Soup's on.
Soup, you say? To shreds, you say? Hang on. Where's all my buttons now? There we go. Classic. Left the cover on. And by the cover, I mean... What would you call this? The holder? The label of a sock shop order? I don't know. Although, to shreds, you say? Thank you for the soup. Hello, everybody. That's what I meant to say when I first got on here. Hello and welcome. The classic brew. Down a wee touch. There we go. I'll kick up again in a second. Although, speaking of, if you've not done yourself the pleasure of listening to the MSX soundtracks of Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2, not Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear 1 and 2, do yourself that favor. They are damn good. You need to get that cross stitch started. Dare I ask what it says? Does by any chance it say Metal Gear? Can't be. I've got my headphones on, so I actually don't know if that impression was any good. But if it's bad, rest assured it will stay bad the entire time. Oh, to shreds, you say one. You're right. I have seen it. I just have the memory of a goldfish, whoever you are. But speaking of whoever you are, time to introduce folks. Hello, DD. Enjoy your lurk. Hello, Jayla. Metal Gear. It can be. That is hard to say in the snake voice. Can be. Metal in your gears? It's more likely to think, fucker. Oh, hi, Papaya. Welcome in, everyone. How have you all been? I hope your weeks have been well. Mine has been mostly uneventful. Exclamation mark noise. Scott's going to be doing this voice all night now. I'm not saying this was my whole plan. So yeah, uneventful week so far. I finally got the rest of the driveway done. And by that I mean there was, and maybe some fellow Scottish people in the chat can help me out on this one. I may have said it on stream before and I cannot remember. The style of my driveway is some paving slabs, one for each wheel of a car. Sorry. And hiccupy, apparently. Paving slabs, one set of slabs for each wheel of a car. And the rest of the driveway is just like loose stones about, say, that size. Something like that. In Scotland, or at the very least, my parents called them Chucky stains. And I don't know what anybody else calls them. I've only heard them under that name. Oh yeah, I forgot you had a Scott face in your list of emotes. So yes, please tell me, what would you call those loose stones in the context of chucking them on a driveway? They're not gravel, they're bigger than gravel. Chuckies, that's what they're called, surely. Is it what they're called here, but it just sounds too Scottish for me to believe anybody else calls them that. Doesn't sound right to me. But yes. So it's like stones, paving slab, stones, paving slab, stones. And the stones that were next to the lawn had also just become the lawn. Grass had grown onto them. I hadn't got to it in time. The grass continued to grow over winter. That was especially good. I know I've said that part before, but I will continue to say it because I am correct. But yeah, I finally cleared all of that out. Hard work, and I feel like I've overcome a personal barrier on that front. Because the first time I went to tackle that area, I got fucking cellulitis. I don't know that the two events are related, but I don't know where the fuck else I could have got it from. Something biting me in the garden. That's all I can think of. This was a while ago. I'm not sick right now. I don't think. Well, my legs don't feel sore, and I haven't noticed any heart-shaped patches It was a really weird thing, that one, and I know I've talked about this before, but it's been long enough that people have forgotten. It has this little patch of discolored skin in the shape of a heart, which sounds lovely, but it's a fucking serious thing that you should attend to quicker than you should later. Thing is, I kept looking at it thinking it was going to turn into a bruise, and it never did. And then my legs got almost too sore to walk. And that was about the time where I thought, it's possibly time to consult a professional. Lovely. Dead. Yes, literally. Literally, the cellulitis can result in dead. Perhaps what was I saying? Yes, a certain someone who will not be named looked at the patch of skin. This was after I'd been to the doctor and got muflocoxacillin. And just like staring at it in how? Because if I had caught this 20, 30 years later in life, that would be far more explainable. So it's one of the worst ways of becoming a medical marvel. Catch a thing that nearly kills you 20 years too early. But I've overcome my fear. I have attacked the garden again with gusto. And has literally anything else happened? Not really. Had a good day. I was work from home. Always a bit happier with that than being in the office. Well, to a certain extent. The bad part is you don't have people right next to you that you can just chat to, or you can, bounce ideas off of, or get help on if they know some better about something than you do. Like at my work, there are specialist science things that I am not so knowledgeable on. I'm confident on the software engineering. I've been doing that for well over a decade, so but that makes me an expert, right? It doesn't, is what I'm trying to convey. On the other hand, I just never feel 100% comfortable in an office. I always feel a little bit on edge. The mortifying ordeal of being known, I suppose. But they both have their advantages, and I'm happy to do a mix of both. Harris still has a big stumpy paw. Frey is still my parents' favourite. You did an art, that's about it for here. You did good art. It was a nice chill stream to have on my work from home day. I was glad it was that of all days, so I could tune in a bit. And frankly, I'm just suddenly thinking it's been quite a while since I've drawn anything. And that used to be my go-to on people's like birthdays and stuff. I could draw them a card of something ridiculous. It was always a big hit on Valentine's Day for the years that I had a partner. I've just not touched it really since. I did get myself a cheap drawing tablet. I say cheap, it's got mechanical keyboard keys on it and a spinny thing, so it's not the cheapest I could have gone for. But nevertheless, I've just sort of had that because I had the spare cash, and I thought, yeah, I'm going to try this. Try it with something cheap. If it turns out not to be my thing, fair enough. Because what I was worried about is drawing on one thing whilst looking at another thing. I didn't understand how that would work in my head, and therefore I never wanted to put money down on it. Because I thought, I'm probably just going to suck at that. I look at the thing I'm drawing at. That's what I've always done. But it turns out a little bit of a learning curve, but you get used to it. Tablet buddies, your fiancé got you a tablet for your birthday. Excellent. It's what you did today for a friend's birthday. Always a great go-to present for folk who have D&D characters and the like. Oh, that's what it was. Excellent. Oh, I really like that. Fun fact, an old co-worker of mine used to use a drawing tablet instead of a mouse. I don't know if they just had severe RSI or what, but I forgot to ask, and I don't work there anymore, so I may never know. And it would be a bit weird for me to travel to another city knock on their door after, must have been 7 years, and just outright ask? Seems like the wrong move. You intend to use your tablet for evil, by which you mean guarded phone. But that is nevertheless the correct use of your tablet. Hell yes, go papaya. There is a slight problem with the OST I downloaded, in that it's called Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake Music Collection, and also just straight up includes at least one track from Police Note. So I don't know what this track is from. Okay, it is an MSX one. A good one. I just didn't expect it to start with a helicopter. Using a drawing tablet for Photoshop editing is a million times easier too if you're editing pictures and the like. I don't know, I never really got past the whole clone stamp era of Photo Minute, so maybe it would work for me, but I don't know. You'd rather use that than a mouse. Actually, there was something interesting that I never got to chime in on in your stream, where you're talking about pixel art. It's an interesting one, that, because it is a very low barrier to entry, but it is a steep climb up to getting really good and making like proper art out of it. You know, like things that use just like the right combinations of colors and stuff to imply details that aren't there, because it's pixel art and it's by definition usually lower resolution. You are useless at pixel art and you don't intend to change that. Fair enough. Just, it was interesting for me to think about. Pixel arts are fucking wizards. Especially the ones that do animations. That is just... They're flexing on all of us, and, you know, hats off to them, but fuck's sake. Anyone calls pixel art lazy is a fucking idiot. Yes, correct, Papaya. You are correct and you should say it. I know of good pixel artists. Yeah. But so one of those things I keep intending to do is play through Vagrant Story, because it was one of those games where the art team were just like fucking A tier, and they were able to like take advantage of the medium that they were on, you know, the PlayStation. Integer integer only 3D graphics. So, you know, the vertices of a model are moving around like snap to grid is turned on, instead of moving freely and flowingly like they would on Floating Point. And just saying like, okay, well, we can hide these little details to give very subtle animations. And I believe have the game. Seems like it might be a bit much to stream it. At the very least, I would like to try it offline before even thinking about committing to that. But let me double check. Yes, I do have Vagrant Story. That feels like one that would have to play with like the full setup. Like the ridiculous one that, if anyone remembers, I showed off for the Light Gun Games stream that I did, where there was PlayStation offering the PS2 sitting there. Cable for that went into a box that split the SCART signal two ways. One of them went into my CRT, and one of them went into, must have been my OSSC scaler, which then went to my capture device and then into my TV. Easily the most ridiculous setup I've ever done. But I think for something like Vagrant Story, where it is genuinely better on a CRT, I think I would have to go for that. Because the answer to are retro games better on a CRT really depends on the game in question. Some developers just treated it as a low-res canvas. Some of them were actually like, okay, if we put a dot there, the CRT will make it expand out horizontally and it'll give a really evil look to that eye. So if we just do the one single dot, that'll really work. Like they were actually thinking about the qualities of a CRTV and how it would come across, as opposed to just, this is the resolution we're stuck with, put pixels on it. But also the scan lines of a CRT do kind of give you an anti-aliasing effect if it's a 3D game, so the whole conversation. Anyway, we can continue this merry banter in game land eventually when it gets captured. Any fucking time now. There we go. Not sure you ever really understood how to actually play Vagrant Story, and yet you somehow managed to finish it anyway, mostly out of spite. But good lord, what a gorgeous, brilliant game. I've just heard such good things that I'm like, I got him. I feel like I just got him. Dare I turn on Pixel Perfect? Because the preview isn't telling me it'll do anything different. But I don't know. I'm not putting the scan lines on. Look at those chunky boys. Fucking size of those. Kind of tempted to put this on the left, so my camera has an easier time. Or I could do that and put my webcam over Snick's face. Okay, I'll do that, and hopefully nobody will get angry at me. Nope. I'm forgetting which buttons do which. Because this was one of the first games that I realized. Oh, right. The Japanese have picked different buttons on the PlayStation controller for confirm and back. What the fuck does this mean? Is this hen? Is that the buttons they've gone with? Hen and tab? Alright, so this is just how the buttons are. I see. Yeah. Let the ad break play out. Yeah, I didn't realize how much real estate the term Shadow Moses incident is stuck in my head. In this game, Solid Snake comes out of retirement. Kind of makes it sound like his choice, but we'll see. After living in seclusion in Alaska, in order to take on a mission regarding Big Boss's corpse. Big Boss's corpse. Is how that should have gone. But I didn't say it like that. It tells the tale of the infiltration mission that would later be known as the Shadow Moses incident. The game featured many new ideas, such as the use of the controller's vibration function even, and various secrets hidden within the game's packaging. I don't know why I got more dramatic as it just went into ad copy rather than in-universe stuff, but okay, so as much as the Metal Gear Solid Collection Volume 1, I think is the full title of it, gets a bad rap. Here's positive number 1. Like, we've already got Metal Gear Solid, the special missions, the VR missions, and Integral. All, I believe, technically 4 different releases. To be quite honest, I cannot remember the difference between all of them. I'm guessing the 3 of them are roughly the same thing, a bunch of VR missions. This one released in Europe, this one released in North America, this one released in Japan. And it's not as if there was nothing released with the game itself. There are a bunch of VR missions to get you started. And I'll probably start with that, just because I can. Okay, ad break allegedly over. It will be created for each of the following lines plane. And now here's an interesting one. I've not checked the online manual. That's not the manual. That's just the fucking cover. Although that is useful in some ways. Oh no, there it is. It was the front and back of the booklet. Okay, this was an interesting disclaimer that I think is going to come up Because the game contains expressions and themes which may be considered outdated. However, these elements have been included without alteration to preserve the historical context in which the game was made and the creator's original vision. Player discretion is advised. Which is translation for this is an emulation and we couldn't insert new shit. I was kind of wondering whether to do the collection version or the GOG version, which I believe is the original PC release, but poked a little bit to run on modern consoles. Now, here's another one. There is a famous bit later in the game where your memory card gets read. Like why it lets you pick certain slots, but I don't know. I guess so you can do it this way. I honestly cannot remember what Vandal Hearts is. Oh, I already made a list apparently. I did not know. So that's it. That's fun. But okay, layout looks good. Could move the webcam a bit, but it's fine. And fun fact, if you don't know, that little music sting was actually from the Police Note soundtrack. What the fuck it's doing here? I've got absolutely no idea. A Hideo Kojima game written by Kojima, directed by Kojima.
The nuclear weapons disposal facility on Shadow Moses Island in Alaska's Fox Archipelago was attacked and captured by next-generation special forces, being led by members of Foxhound.
Yeah, how does all this transparent stuff
They're demanding that the
any
government
frame
turn over the remains of Big Boss, and they say that if their demands are not met within 24 hours, they'll launch a nuclear weapon. You'll have two mission objectives. First, you're to rescue DARPA Chief Donald Anderson and the president of Armstech, Kenneth Baker. Both are being held as hostages. Secondly, you're to investigate whether or not the terrorists have the ability to make a nuclear strike and stop them if they do.
No, that should be a third optional objective.
We'll approach the disposal facility by sub. And then we'll launch a one-man SDV.
We'll torpedo you, mate.
After the SDV gets as close as it can, dispose of it. From there on, you'll have to swim.
I can't swim. Colonel, you'll have to give me floaties.
High-Tech Special Forces Unit Foxhound. Your former unit, and one that I was a commander of.
So they're still around.
There are 6 members of Foxhound involved in this terrorist activity. Psycho Mattis, with his powerful psychic abilities. Sniper Wolf, the beautiful and deadly sharpshooter. Decoy Octopus.
Gotta mention that she's
Master of
beautiful.
Disguise. Vulcan Raven, Giant and Shaman. And
Love to know what the shaman is trying to imply there.
Specialist in interrogation.
Gotta put that in
and
there.
a formidable gunfighter. And finally, in charge of
Yo, this gunfighter, this sniper, this psychic,
Liquid Snake.
and then this guy large.
Man with the same code name as you. The nuclear weapons disposal facility covers the whole island. I'll instruct you by codec after you reach your target.
Anyone going with me?
As usual, this is a one-man infiltration mission.
Weapons and equipment OSP?
Yes, this is a top-secret black op. Don't expect any official support.
What'd you call this? You'll be in my ear for the entire game. Unofficially Skyping in from home base, which was the style at the time. been a while since I think I've let this play out, so normally what I end up seeing is just, well, you'll see in a second. This fully loaded in files. What kind of option does this give us? I forget. The good old vibration test. Turns out it's working. Boo, cheap. This was pretty common in PlayStation games back at the time, where it was just like, here's a color bar or indeed a monochrome bar. Adjust your own goddamn brightness. But then again, changing all of that stuff would have been like another transparency layer, I guess, put on top of it. So it would have been great. Also, I do like that they included this, although it's not the greatest and best way to read about the previous games in the series. And also, probably no one really read them. Just as most people would have probably gone straight for new game as opposed to doing this. Granted, it's not strictly speaking essential. We covered what we need to know already. But I never did this back in the day.
It's been a long time, Snake.
I should have known you were behind this, Colonel.
That's no way to greet an old war buddy, Snake.
What do you want from me?
Hey, Ellie, welcome
I just invited you here so we could have a talk.
Invited? That's what you call sending armed soldiers after me?
Sorry if they were a little rough with you. But we've got a serious situation here. Only you
After
can
she
get us out of
killed
it.
like 10.
I'm retired from Foxhound. You're not my commander anymore, and I don't have to take orders from you or anyone else.
You will take these orders. I know it.
Excuse me.
Who's this?
Dr. Naomi Hunter. She's chief of Foxhound's medical staff. And an
The Ministry of
expert in
these
gene
shadows, I
therapy.
wonder if this whole thing is an
Are you
FFP.
military?
No, civilian. I've been sent here from ATGC. Pleasure to meet you, Snake. Don't worry, this injection won't hurt a bit.
What's the shot
Lies.
for?
What's wrong? You don't like shots?
Answer the question, Naomi.
Snake, listen up. It all went down 5 hours ago. Heavily armed soldiers occupied Shadow Moses Island, a remote island off the coast of Alaska.
I think one or two of
soldiers?
these you can change the camera
Next
angle.
generation special forces, led by members of
Trying the
Unit
D-pad, it's
Foxhound.
not doing anything. And I don't want to press any other
They
buttons in
presented
case I skip
Washington
it.
with a single demand, and they say that if it
You
isn't
could
met,
do it in the
they'll
Twin
launch a
Snakes, the
nuclear
GameCube
weapon.
remake.
A nuclear
I remember
weapon?
that one.
I'm afraid so. You see, the island is the site of a secret nuclear weapons disposal facility.
Foxhound hijacking a nuclear weapon?
Now you understand how serious the situation is. You'll have two mission objectives. First, you're to rescue the
The
DARPA
D-pad
chief,
does nothing, shoulder
Donald
buttons do nothing.
Anderson. And the
I don't want
president
to.
of
I don't want to
Arms
press
Tech,
the face buttons in
Kenneth
case
Baker.
it skips it all.
They're both being
Pixel
held
voice.
as hostages.
Metal Gear.
Those
Hey,
are some
keep welcome.
heavy-duty hostages.
Secondly,
Using the
you're
Metal
to
Gear already pulls
investigate
back to
whether
older
or not the
technology,
terrorists have the
VHS, and now
ability
this
to
remake
launch a
pulls back
nuclear
to it. I mean,
strike
this is
and
just
stop
basically a
them if they
re-release.
do.
I think they've
Any
straight up
questions,
said
Snake?
they use emulation
Questions?
for this one.
I haven't even said whether I'd accept this mission.
Probably not
Well,
the
you
first
can
one
make
then.
up your mind after you hear more.
I mean, it
about
does say
the
camera B,
situation.
so it kind of makes me think you would be able to. But no, I think that's just someone making a cut on the fly.
Tell me
This
about
is
the nuclear
Remaster
weapon
Volume 1, yeah.
disposal facility.
The disposal facility includes.
I remember how
an
janky the original
underground
PC
base.
release was,
Even with our most
and that's
advanced intelligence
a
gathering
better version
equipment,
of that is
we
the one
can't
that's
tell
released on
what's happening
GOG, so I was
inside.
like,
So someone needs to penetrate.
might still be
gather
janky.
intelligence, and
I'll
report
try
back.
this out and see
Sounds like
what's
a
up.
spy movie. What's the insertion method?
Well, an air insertion is impossible.
Not with this storm going on.
We'll approach the disposal facility by sub.
Approach.
Yes, within a few miles of it.
Also, is
The facility is
Snake
equipped
naked
with
in
sonar
this whole
detection capabilities.
tired
You'd be able to
conversation?
hear our engine or propeller noise.
And then
We'll launch a one-man SDV.
launch.
Same as a torpedo, only this has no propulsion.
You thought I
device
was
of its own.
joking.
After the SDV gets as close as it can, dispose of it. From there on, you'll have to swim.
You want me to swim in sub-zero
For the most
Alaskan
part,
water?
don't know if he's totally.
Don't worry.
I feel like the world
Suit
needs to
represents
know.
the latest advances in polythermal technology. The nuclear weapons disposal facility covers the whole island. I'll instruct you by codec after you reach your target.
Anyone going with me?
As usual, this is a one-man infiltration mission.
Weapons and equipment always.
Soup's on.
This is a top
Ah,
secret
we're
black
using some
op.
lines, I see.
Don't expect any official support.
Oop. Too grainy to see if pants. Yeah, they are covering some of the
What's
same
the time
ground,
limit?
but
24
it means I don't have
hours.
to talk as much.
They say they'll launch after 24 hours.
Do they say what the target will be?
So far, they haven't mentioned the target.
When did the countdown start?
5 hours ago.
Wait, third part? Report only? I'm sure I said something related to that, but it's gone from my head, unfortunately. Camera free. Camera is a free camera.
Colonel, who are you speaking for?
Naturally, I'm representing the U.S. government.
So who's in
Unofficial.
supervisory control of this operation?
The President of the United States.
Which means that the president must be meeting with his top aides. In the
Oh,
map
yeah,
room
there we
right
go. I
now,
can
huh?
control this now.
No, at this point, they're still video
Both left
conferencing with each other.
and right.
If that's a real nuclear warhead, shouldn't they issue a COG?
Not yet. The Secretary of Defense has operational control and is fully aware of the situation. After you infiltrate, if you determine they possess nuclear launch capabilities, a COG will be issued.
Oh, shit. Press the space button by mistake. Try that again. Just need to reposition the camera once more.
Colonel, who are you speaking for?
Naturally, I'm
there
representing
we
the
go.
U.S. government.
So who's in supervisory
gotta know.
control of this operation?
The President of the United States.
Which means that the president must be meeting with his top aides in the map room about now, huh?
No, at this point, they're still video conferencing with each other.
Enhance.
If that's a real nuclear warhead, shouldn't they issue a COG?
Not yet. The Secretary of Defense has operational control and is fully aware of the situation. After you infiltrate, if you determine they possess nuclear launch capabilities, a COG will be issued.
Well,
Completely naked,
if
but
they
at least they
haven't
give him a
relocated to the
cigarette.
nuclear shelter under Mount Washington, I suppose there isn't that much reason to worry yet. Is the National Security Agency in on this?
Yes. So is the DIA, the Defense Intelligence Agency.
The DIA? I'm starting to get a bad feeling about this.
They'll be sending us some support.
We don't need desk jockeys. We need a nuclear weapons specialist.
Of course. A nuclear weapons specialist has already been assigned to us.
Whole other topic. Sorry, phone, we don't need you right now. Good.
We need backup from a specialist. I'm just an amateur when it comes to nuclear weapons.
I know.
I don't love the word amateur.
That's
in
why
that.
I've requested the assistance of a
iPhone.
military analyst named Nastasha Romanenko. She'll be providing you backup by codec.
A female analyst?
Really, Snake?
She's built up an impressive record as an advisor for the nuclear emergency search team.
Also, we just get her a whole tragic
Contact her
backstory
if
at the
you have
moment.
any questions. She's also an expert on high-tech weapons.
Where's she working from?
At her home in Los Angeles.
Yes, Snake, you're in here for an unofficial mission, strictly off the
Million
books,
miles away.
which is why we're videotaping it. Nastasha, the person you don't need to phone at all if you don't want to. But we'll have to give her a call at some point, at least one, just to say hello.
Colonel, you're retired. Why are you involved in this?
Because there aren't many people who know Foxhound as well as I do.
Is that really the only reason?
I've been soldiering for a long time. I don't know anything else. I guess even though I'm getting a little old, I still love to be in the field.
Colonel.
You're not even
lousy
anywhere
pilot.
near the field.
Tell me the real reason.
Okay, Snake.
Might not matter, but Snake doesn't like being
I'll be
alive.
frank. A person
Okay,
very dear
I'll
to
be
me is
Snake.
being held hostage.
Who is it?
My niece, Meryl.
Station will be working with you, sorry, Snake. I don't have Nastasia's voice down exactly.
What was your niece doing here?
Just
Several
vibing.
soldiers were reported missing the day of the revolt. And my niece was one of those called in as an emergency replacement.
She looks like you.
She's my little brother's girl. He died in the Gulf War, and since then I've been watching after her.
A personal motive, Colonel. That's not very soldierly.
I'm retired. I'm just an old man now. And I'm your friend.
Since when are we friends?
I've thought of us as friends since the fall of Zanzibar.
Yeah, can we just point out
My
that whole
personality, I
received
don't have too many
psychotherapy not
friends.
to be attracted
That's what I
to
trust
the
about
opposite
you.
sex?
It's what makes you human. Please, Snake. Save my niece, Meryl.
Apparently they were
All
trying to
right.
make an
But
army
I
of
have 2
lesbians.
conditions.
Name them.
1, no more secrets between us. I want complete disclosure at all times. And 2, I'll only accept orders directly from you, Colonel. No cutoffs involved, okay?
Agreed. That's why I was called. But one thing,
What?
I'm not a colonel anymore. Just a retired old warhorse.
I understand, Colonel.
I will call you that for the entire game. There we go, nearly there. Set in 2005, so it'd be feasible for Snake
Is
to
she
ask
part of
which
this
Gulf
operation
War.
too?
It's a fair
She
point.
was in charge of Foxhound's gene therapy. She knows more about those men than anyone else.
You mean you've seen them naked?
Make no mistake, I'm not a nurse. I'm a scientist.
By the way, what was that injection for?
It's a combination of nanomachines and an anti-freezing peptide so that your blood and other bodily fluids don't freeze, even at subarctic temperatures.
Nanomachines.
Not just one kind, either. There are different
Yeah,
types
get
that
used to those,
replenish the
Snake.
supply of adrenaline, nutrition, and sugar in your bloodstream.
You have to film now,
Now I don't have to worry about food.
not
I also
after
put
I'm
some nootropics
dressed.
in there.
Say what?
Nootropics. A class of drugs which can help
Nootropics.
improve your mental functioning.
It'll make me smarter, huh? Anything else?
Yes. Benzedrine. It's a type of stimulant. It'll keep you alert and responsive for 12 straight hours.
That was quite a cocktail. Anything else in there?
Those nanomachines will also keep your Codex batteries charged up.
I guess I can call you when I'm ready to go on a diet.
You
You're
don't
welcome.
feel like you need one, Snake. Like, it's low detail, but yes, seem in fine form. I don't actually know how old Snake is at this point.
The chief of DARPA and the president of an arms manufacturing company. What business did they have at a nuclear weapons disposal facility?
The truth is that secret exercises were being conducted at the time the terrorist group attacked.
Must be extremely important exercises if those two were directly involved. Were they testing some kind of new advanced weapon?
I'm not
With a
privy
bit
to
of
that
luck.
information.
I may be
We
able
know
to start the
exactly
game
where they're
before I
being
go on
held.
my 1 hour break.
The DARPA chief has
Forgot
also
how
been
long this
injected
was,
with the
to be
mini
honest.
transmitter. As you get closer, you should be able to pick up his location on your radar.
Oh yeah, by the way, you're getting a radar. I'll be honest, I don't know how long this is going to take, how many streams it's going to take, but
Do they really have the
we'll
ability
find
to
out.
launch a nuclear
Ah,
missile?
camera change.
They say they do. They even gave us the serial number of the warhead they plan to use.
What's the number confirmed?
I'm afraid so. At the very least, they've got their hands on a real nuclear warhead.
Isn't there some kind of safety device to prevent this type of terrorism?
Yes, every missile and warhead
Such
in our
a
arsenal is
lot of
equipped
effort
with a
to go
PAL,
to
which
for
uses a discrete detonation
backstory.
code.
PAL.
Permissive Action Link, the safety control system built into all nuclear weapons systems. But even so, we can't rest easy,
Why not?
because the DARPA chief knows the
No
detonation
matter
code.
what camera
Even
angle
if
it
they have
is.
a nuclear warhead, it must have been removed from its missile. All the missiles on these disposal sites are supposed to
the
be
mouth moves in
dismantled.
every single
it's
one.
not that easy to get your hands on an ICBM.
Who picture sitting
That
through
used to
this,
be true.
beefing it in the
But
first
since the
room.
end of the Cold War,
Perfectly
you can get
possible back
anything
then.
if you have enough money and the right connections.
It was a brand new concept. Well, brand new to quite a lot of us in the West, anyway. I don't know about anybody else, but this is my
How
first
well armed are these
exposure to
terrorists?
Metal Gear.
I know there was an exercise going on at the time they revolted.
They're heavily armed, I'm afraid.
What about their battle experience?
The 6 members of Foxhound in charge are all hardened veterans. They're tough enough to eat nails and ask for seconds.
I wouldn't expect anything less from Foxhound.
The others are next-generation special forces. They're not your average grunts either.
How much do you want to bet that the whole movement in the camera thing, which continued into Metal Gear Solid 2, by the way, was just there to stop people getting bored with all the fucking cutscenes? Like,
So
even
what exactly are they demanding?
this game, long before Metal Gear Solid 4,
Remains.
That's right.
there was
To be
getting
more
criticism for
accurate,
the
cell
amount of
specimens
cutscenes.
which contain the individual's genomic information.
Cell specimens. Why would they want that?
The terrorists need them.
And
You see, these
yeah, worth
next-generation
pointing out,
special forces
this
have
whole
been strengthened through
just
gene
saying a
therapy.
question, which is something that's just been said.
You've heard of the Human
There's a
Genome
TV trope for
Project.
that. And it
They've
used
been
to be
mapping
called
the
Metal
human
Gearing. I
genome,
can't remember
and
what
they're
it's called
nearly
now.
finished.
But
Following up on
this game made it
research,
notorious.
The military has been working towards identifying those genes which are responsible for making
I'm still
effective
looking at
soldiers.
Skeef's comment there, being like,
There are genes that do that?
Yes. And
"You're the
using
greatest
gene
soldier
therapy,
that
they're
I've
able
ever
to
worked with.
transplant those genes
Go
into
in there,
regular soldiers."
infiltrate that." Oh, you
Gene
got
therapy.
spotted immediately. Shit.
I'll explain this part. With gene therapy, we can remove those genes which we know may lead to sickness or disease, and at the same time splice in genes with beneficial effects, such as resistance to cancer, for example.
In other words, we can overcome all sorts of genetic diseases and at the same time add genetic characteristics as desired.
Okay. And so if you knew what
Designer
genes
babies.
were responsible for making the perfect soldier, you could implant them in the same way, right?
Yes, we could.
But it all depends on
We
being
definitely
able to
haven't done that
isolate
already.
and identify those soldier genes.
And in order to do that, it's
Why you're
helpful if
happy
you
with
can
this
study
briefing
the
being really
genomic
hidden away.
information of one of the greatest
Problem
soldiers
is, when
ever.
they came to do basically the same thing in MGS4, that briefing turned out to be a little more vital. Otherwise, it's just like Snake's in the somewhere in the Middle East in a war zone, and we don't really know why for quite a while. Get into playing MGS real quickly without seeing it.
One of the
relatively.
greatest soldiers ever?
The man they call the greatest warrior of the 20th century.
You don't mean Big Boss.
That's right. We've been
Maybe.
working feverishly to identify the genes responsible for his incredible
Mistakes made,
conquest.
lessons forgotten.
So far, we've discovered about
Quite.
60 of the so-called soldier genes.
So his body was recovered after all.
Yes, and his cells have remained frozen in a cryo chamber. His genomic information is a priceless treasure to mankind.
Priceless to the military, perhaps.
His body was burned severely, but it was possible to restore his DNA profile from just a single strand of his hair.
You people are amazing. And then you're gonna transplant those genes into soldiers?
Yes.
No, we're
We'll
going to
use
make
a
the
process that I
post-military
discovered
industrial
called
complex
gene
version of
hunting.
Jurassic
The
Park.
strongest soldiers don't become what they are by acquiring their skills through training or experience. We now know that hereditary factors are far more crucial for creating superior soldiers.
Snake, we can't give them his body. It's potentially more dangerous than all the nuclear warheads on that island put together.
You sure?
I hear the terrorists are calling themselves
You sure about that?
the Sons of Big Boss.
You 100% sure that's the situation? I mean, granted, maybe there's not that many nuclear weapons on the island, but still feels like a bold claim.
Tell me about these next generation special forces.
They started out as an anti-terrorist special ops unit.
The
They had
irony.
former members of biochem units, technical escort units, and the nuclear emergency search team. Their purpose was to respond to threats involving next-generation weapons of mass destruction, including NBC weapons.
Until they were added, that is.
Who's they?
These guys didn't start out as regular army.
Looks like a pretty international group. Mercenaries?
I'm gonna try something.
Yeah, and it gets worse. Most of them were from a merc agency that I think you're familiar with. They were part of Big Boss's private guard. And after Big Boss went down, the military just bought out all their contracts.
Outer heaven.
After that, they were merged with our own VR unit, Force 21, and retrained. If you ask me, these so-called next-generation special forces should be called simulated soldiers. They have no real battle experience.
Video game players, huh?
Don't forget they've all been strengthened with gene therapy. They
Careful where you're
carry
throwing
genes
that
which
shade,
make them
Snake.
excellent soldiers. Don't get careless just because they don't have much experience.
I thought using genetically
Oh,
modified
don't worry, I'll
soldiers
get careless
was
for
prohibited
completely
by
different
international
reasons.
law.
Yes, but those are just declarations, not actual treaties.
The interesting thing
We
is
super
that
duper
nearly
promised to
every
do the
member
thing.
of the unit conspired in this attack.
Okay, getting there. Reason for unanimous. I don't even know what this is referring to.
How could an entire unit be subverted to rebellion?
They're calling it a revolution.
Since they all went through the same gene therapy, they probably felt closer than brothers. They see the unit as their only family.
The trope is
Sons
parrot
of Big
exposition.
Boss.
Ah, thank you.
But if they were regular army, they must
Completely
have been
forgotten
interviewed
what the
periodically
new
by
name
army
was.
counselors.
According to their files, they all got straight A's on their psychological tests. They all seemed
I don't think you
fine,
get ranked
upstanding,
on those.
patriotic soldiers.
But they all took part in the
Doesn't
uprising.
seem right.
No, several people didn't show up on the day of the exercise. That's why there was a resupply of troops.
Was there any sign recently that something might be wrong?
There was a report a month ago that they were acting strangely.
Apparently they consulted classified information about the soldier genes and performed their own gene therapy experiments.
They can do that even without you?
Well, our gene therapy process is almost completely automated. And besides that, they're all geniuses with IQs over 180.
Even the existence
Which
of
is
this
going to
genome
seem
army
really
is an
strange when
actual
they become
secret of the
cannon
highest
fodder
order.
later, but still.
We've been hoping to investigate this thing quietly and deal with it behind closed doors.
Of course you did. All right, we're nearly there. Ignore the fact that another bit of briefing unlocks after this. It's not too long.
High-tech Special Forces Unit Foxhound. Your former unit, and one that I was a commander of.
I have an IQ of 180. Wait, whose footprints are these? Huh? Who's that?
They're every bit as good as when I was
What's in the
commanding
box?
them.
So they're still around.
There are 6 members of Foxhound involved in this terrorist activity.
3 seconds later.
Psycho
My
Mattis,
post.
with his powerful psychic abilities. Sniper Wolf, the beautiful and deadly sharpshooter.
Sniper is
Decoy
the term.
Octopus, master of disguise. Vulcan Raven, giant and shaman.
He big.
And Revolver
That's his only
Ocelot,
personality so far.
specialist in interrogation and a formidable gunfighter.
Looks like a lovely bunch of folks. Too bad we'll be meeting under these circumstances.
And finally, in charge of them, Foxhound's squad leader, Liquid Snake.
Liquid Snake?
Yes. And you're the only person who can stand against him.
Call him Liquid Snake because he makes a puddle of piss wherever he goes. Not sure if I was trying to do Snake or the Colonel there. Liquid Snake. It appears in one game and one game
Liquid
only.
Snake.
Definitely one. Don't worry about it.
Snake.
Liquid
Man
Snake.
with the same code name as you.
Tell me what you know.
He fought in the Gulf War as a teenager, the youngest person in the SAS. His job was to track down and destroy mobile Scud missile launching platforms. You were there too, I believe. Didn't you infiltrate Western Iraq with a platoon of Green Berets?
I was just a kid myself back then.
The details are
Fun.
classified, but it seems that originally he penetrated the Middle East as a sleeper for the SIS.
He was a spy for the British Secret Intelligence Service?
But he never once showed his face in Century House. He was taken prisoner in Iraq, and after that there was no trace of him for several years. After you retired, he was rescued and became a member of Foxhound.
I thought that by the time I left, they were no longer using code names.
I don't know his real name. That information is so highly classified that even
He
I
had
can't
stopped
look
using
at it.
code names. Just he was such a special
Here's a
boy.
photo of him. Pretty shocking, huh? His skin tone is different, but otherwise you two are exact duplicates.
I have a twin?
I don't know the details, but it seems so.
I should get it.
Really need you for this mission.
You're the only one who can beat him.
Are you sure?
Now that I've met you, I know. You've got something that he doesn't. I can see it in your eyes.
He's basically an action man down there.
Comforting.
I bet you, I've seen you naked. Now I know you can beat him. Yep, told you there was one more.
I need to borrow your scissors.
What are you going to do?
Don't worry, just gonna clean myself up a little.
Huh?
I'm
I
not
don't
allowed to
want
mull it.
mistaken for the leader of the terrorists.
Yeah, because that's not going to be useful in an infiltration mission, Snake. You stopped using code names. Janet is terrible at it and keeps forgetting whether she's on blue or red team, and none of us can agree if proper nouns and in-jokes are legal. Don't even get us started on hyphenated words. Fun fact, somebody I know bulked up a game of, oh fuck, what is it called? The Resistance? You get blue and red teams and you go on missions, and some of them are infiltrators that bollocks it up. And one of them thought she was on the red team because the character had red hair. Resistance, yeah, that was what it was called. Thank you. Yeah, literally, my character has red hair, misheard the instruction, and was like, okay, I must be on the bad side. But there we go. We're through the briefing. We're all done. We know everything we need to know to start the mission, which means it is the exact right time for our break. So I'm going to go off to... we're going to start this properly, you know. I mean, there is an intro sequence after this, but I never did get that briefing properly out of the way, at least not for quite a while. So apologies for front-loading you with stuff, but we'll get into it properly. So I'm going to go on a wee break. In the meantime, feel free to get up, walk around, stretch your legs, get yourself a drink or a snack if you feel like it. Make sure you're staying on top of your meds, whatever you do. You deserve the health and happiness those bring. And as Jill is fond of saying, and I'm going to steal for a little bit, some kind doctor, some kind scientist, and some kind pharmacist created that, put it in a wee bag so that you could be your happiest, healthiest self. So go ahead and take it. In the meantime, I shall play you some clips to keep you occupied. See you in a bit, and roll for puppy. You know, eventually.
He tried to kill me with a forklift. Huzzah!
And there we
Was to be your spoils. Yep. There we go. Now they can only vomit on me. Ah, you fucks. Ooh, 4 of them. In the ass. Now you fucker. That'll do.
Yep. All right. Jeez.
Well, looks like everything's in order. Stand back.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Information about your friend Max can't be far off now. I hope it comes in time. Just take this little old stamp thing across the way to immediate action. They'll get right on it.
Immediate action.
Is the whole plot? Oh yeah, that is absolutely reflecting off him. So let's do something incredibly stupid. I'd say it was a good idea. Subject name Salvatore Moreau. Cadeau affinity low. Brain functions surprisingly low. Shade. Yep. All right. Jeez.
Well, looks like everything's in order. Stand back.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Information about your friend Max can't be far off now. I hope it comes in time. Just take this little old stamp thing across the way to immediate action. They'll get right on it.
Immediate action.
Is the whole plot? Yeah, we fucking
But I
go.
really don't have anything. It's the truth.
Stop right there, or we'll shoot you with our invisible guns. These two communicate exclusively in death scenes.
I'm just a woman.
You always start conversations this way?
Nothing more.
Ada!
Leon, not your time.
Wait a second. What are you gonna do?
Leon, butt out.
Don't move.
I see. Okay, so enemies around them. Well hidden and such. BRB Gaby food. Important. Right, stitch that. God, this just makes people fall over. I'm sort of in love. I have nowhere near enough bullets. Keep it up. Also, 10. There we go. Giant's Chalice has been chaliced, I guess.
What?
Chalice? I hardly know this. Oh, there will be a couple of secret. Oh, hello. Prisms! But a smooch to get the colour back is all you remember from Pleasantville. That didn't look like a smooch to me, honestly. Yay, I fixed it.
Staff!
Oh, oh, there he is.
Show yourself!
Oh, why is he that color?
Why's he got hair?
Looking for me. Bring me the boy.
What boy?
Nice and clean.
Soup. I think you'll find your line is soup's on.
Soup's on.
You could say soup's son as well. We're allowed.
Yeah, see, Keith gets it. Keith understands better than this game what is meant to happen in that scenario. Alright, shall we actually start a game then? Going on easy because I'm streaming and distracted, so... Nah. Also, as Super Buddy Hop points out, oh, we're a super soldier infiltrating on our own, a one-man mission to save the world. And then it opens with opera. I don't actually think it's meant to look like this. I think something was fucked there. A super soldier. Damn it, Papaya.
I know it.
Can you stop being glorious for 1 second?
Bothersome flies.
Nah, it is meant to. Lord President Kojima would never do something as base as fucking it up. Papaya refuses, as you should. There's a couple of things worth noting that like, these kind of cinematic, I hate to use the term, it's so overused, but we hadn't seen that
Snake.
kind of thing.
Colonel, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. What's the
Play that.
situation, Snake?
Looks like the elevator in the back is the only way up.
Just as I expected. You'll have to take the elevator to the surface, but make sure nobody sees you. If you need to, contact me by codec. The frequency is 140.85. When you want to use the codec, push the select button. When we need to contact
I don't have a select button.
the codec will beep.
An Xbox style controller.
Hear that noise? Press the select button.
This
The
in Half-Life
codex
really
receiver
cemented the idea of
directly
machinima.
stimulates the small bones of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear it.
Got it. Okay, I'm ready to go.
Snake, I'm talking to you. Ah! Ah! Can't even take the earpiece out. Ah! Oh, a ratomato. Where's my rat friend? Rat friends! Do I try the sneak approach? I think I might.
Don't die.
And I'll bear that in mind as well. Thank you. Also, possibly the first game where I ever had to worry about my own footprints. Oh, piss.
He tried to kill me with a forklift. Huzzah!
Sweet shot.
There's an elevator there you can take up to the ground. You'll just have to wait for the elevator to come down. You better hide somewhere.
Yeah, I remember the remake straight up gave you lockers in this section. Didn't even trust you to hide behind the forklift properly. Hence the redeem. If I can absolutely see myself implementing that forklift redeem purely for this section of this game. As it happened, I implemented it far in advance. Now, I'm just trying to remember which hand he knocks with. Because you can knock whatever wall you're against. But you can also knock fuck all. Not a thing. It's like a really shit version of that Deus Ex Human Revolution safety dance video. You can squad if you want to, although it won't do you much good because you're fake. Fictional universe, obviously. And that's a classic, yeah. Not in the best position. Also worth mentioning that the controls were veering maximalist. Like, you can lean against walls. You can crouch. You can also get this view behind you. So if you're peering around the corner. The magic of 3D. But when you're in first person as well, you can lean left. You can lean right. Press them both and accidentally bring up the menu. Actually, that's a point. I'm pretty sure pressing both of them made you peek up a little bit. There we go. Didn't get spotted. I'm not here. I'm just a normal God-fearing elevator. I was going to go completely prone, but I didn't get the chance. Didn't get spotted though, so it didn't count. But yeah, like the angles like this, where they're actually, you know, exhibiting any kind of control of it rather than just whatever the first thing the programmer thought of was. Like, old RPGs are quite guilty of this. Where if it's like an in-engine cutscene as opposed to something pre-rendered or an FMV or something like that, if it's in-engine, then it'll be like just the movements you can do in-game, but they're scripted. So, character walking from one side of the room to the other will look exactly the same as if you'd done it with a controller. Whereas this one, obviously not the case. And as Big Snake just looks dude on his face on high. Not that high, but you know, the camera is lower, ergo he's meant to look elevated. Okay, I swear to God some of these transparency effects are not working as intended. I do not remember the PlayStation version looking like that. Where are these fucking ghost effects coming from? Hold on, I gotta call my mom.
It's Snake. I'm in front of the disposal facility.
Excellent, Snake. Age hasn't slowed you down one bit.
How's that sneaking suit working out?
I'm nice and dry, but it's a little hard to move.
Bear with it. It's designed to prevent hypothermia.
I
This
never
is
met her.
Alaska, you know.
Take it easy, I'm grateful. If it weren't for your suit and your shot, I would have turned into a popsicle out there.
An anti-freezing peptide, Snake. All of the genome soldiers in this exercise are using it.
I see.
You know the
I'm
sound
relieved
was
to
a
hear
great
that.
transparency, but you
Already
don't remember the
tested, huh?
PS1 being
By
this
the way,
good
how's
at
the
it.
diversionary operation
Well,
going?
it could
2
actually
F-16s
do it
just took
without
off from
resorting to
Georgia and are
dithering,
headed your way.
was the main
The
thing.
terrorist radar should have already picked them up.
I don't know if it was as simple as, you know, like the PS1 had access to a Z buffer or what, but like there was a transparency effect
Colonel.
that Saturn could do, and I think it was implemented in the first
gunship
Resident
over
Evil,
I have no idea.
but it could get
but it
like
looks like our
flipped
little
through
diversion
by
got their
other
attention.
effects.
Now's your best chance to slip in unnoticed.
I will absolutely guess spot. Now, I think maybe the transparency was doable if you just manually set the drawing order. Yes, a Hind D. Hind D. It's maybe worth mentioning at this point, I do have a mod to make borderless
There are
window
only 18
windows
hours
behave
left until
itself.
their deadline. You've got to hurry.
Wow, you must be crazy to fly a hind in this kind of weather.
Who's that?
Oh, sorry. I haven't introduced you to yet. This is Mei Ling. She was assigned to
I wonder what
us as our
happens if you
visual
try and
data
call Mei Ling
processing specialist.
before the
She
second.
designed your codec, as well as your Soliton radar system. Contact her if you have any questions about either of them.
Nice to meet you, Snake. It's an honor to speak to a living legend like yourself.
Ellipses nuts.
Nothing. I just didn't expect a world-class designer of military technology to be so cute.
You're just flattering me.
No, I'm serious. Well, I know I won't be bored for the next 18 hours.
Serious, I don't
Come
expect
on.
anything.
I can't believe I'm being hit on by the famous Solid Snake. But I'm surprised. You're very frank for a trained killer.
Looks like we both have a lot to learn about each other.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to learning about the man behind the legend. But first, let me explain about your Soliton radar
snuck
system.
into the most tightly guarded systems
The
anyone's
bright
ever
dot in the
imagined.
middle is you, Snake.
I also enjoy
The
long
red dots
walks
are
on
your
the
enemies,
beach.
and the blue cone shape represents their field of vision. Be
And this
careful,
posting is meant to be
Snake.
like blurring
The
as a
genome
camera lens, but it's
soldiers
gone
have
too far
highly
from the
developed
source.
senses of hearing and vision due to their gene therapy.
I have a
Be
theory.
sure you don't let them see you.
We'll
First,
test it in a
I
second.
want you to infiltrate the disposal site and look for the DARPA chief.
The DARPA chief was injected with the same GPS transmitting nanomachines as you.
He should appear on
Actually,
your radar
come to
as
think
a
of it,
green
I'll
dot.
Get
test that
whatever
out,
information you can from him about the terrorists. If he's alive, that is.
Right, so find the DARPA chief. Easy.
Snake, your radar isn't affected by the weather, but if you're discovered by an enemy, you won't be able to use it.
Yes, it gets jammed easily, I'm afraid.
Yes, it's all made from currently existing technology.
As opposed to
You
future
won't be able
technology.
to use it in an area with strong harmonic resonance, so be careful.
We'll be monitoring your movements by radar, so contact us by codec anytime you want.
Got it. I'll call if I'm feeling lonely.
Highly developed sense of
Seriously,
sight, but
Snake,
always
we're
looking
here
at
to
their
back you
shoes, so
up,
just
call
stay a
if you
bit
need some
beyond 30
information or
meters. away.
advice.
I'm also in charge
It's
of your
always the
mission
way
data.
with video game
Contact me
characters.
if you want me to record your current status. My frequency is 140.96. It's a dedicated frequency for saving data. Don't forget it.
Remember, except for your binoculars, you're naked.
And my
You need to
clothes.
arm yourself with whatever weapons you can
I
find.
remember being naked.
I remember.
We spent
First,
like
I'm
an
strip
hour
searched
looking
by
at it.
Dr. Naomi here, and then all my weapons are taken away. Imagine yourself put in that position.
I saw
Well,
it.
if you make it back in one piece, maybe I'll let you do a strip search on me.
I'll hold you to that, Doctor. By the way, sorry to disappoint you, but I did manage
I'm
to
gonna
smuggle
take
out my
all of
smokes
your weapons.
How did you do that?
in my stomach, thanks to the shot you gave me that suppressed my stomach acids.
Cigarettes? How are those going to help you?
You never know.
Reckon there's a cigarette percent speed run of this game. Play the entire game whilst the cigarette item is active.
If you want to get in, there's the
Except
front
for when you
door.
have to go through
It's the
door,
fastest
I
way,
suppose, that has a
but there's too
keycard.
much risk of being spotted by the enemy.
Someone who's
can't
never
just
played an
knock on
actual
the door and
MGS
ask
game,
for
you
the
did
levy
not know
man.
that. I can't believe I'm being hit
There's
on by
one
the
sentry
famous
on the
Solid
left
Snake as an
and one on
actual
the
line
right.
from the game.
They're armed with
100%.
5.56ers and
All sorts
pineapples.
of runs for this, wouldn't be surprised. Cancer Man run. Well, like, this is what we were used to
What about the air duct near the
with
door?
video game cutscenes, where it just looks like it
There
could
should
be
also be a duct on
gameplay
the second
footage.
floor.
There. There we go, getting closer to it. There you
See it
go.
from here.
I'll let you decide the best COA. I'm counting on you, Snake.
Just want to let you know. Good luck. Counting on you. Always managed to mistime the position of that first spotlight. I'm just there anxiously waiting for it to start and then go the wrong way and fuck it up. Those shadows are nice though. Oh, piss. What were you saying about, getting into the first mission and completely beefing it, Keith? Sounds familiar all of a sudden. Look at Keith. First of all, try that again, shall we? Boss, find a guy who looks like you, but he's really fucking bad at stealth. Like, oh my god.
A surveillance camera?
He sounds so surprised. And I cannot for the fuck of me understand why. Why would this top secret nuclear disposal site that can potentially create nuclear weapons with its waste have surveillance cameras? Who would do such a thing? Up. Yeah, there's a reason you go here. Yep. And there's a reason you don't stick around. Otherwise, you just get into an infinite loop of getting on and off the goddamn truck. Fuck! Look, I'm a glass cannon type player, right? Yeah, seemed very surprised by that surveillance camera. Doesn't make sense, does it? Come on, fuck off. Fuck off more. Crawly, crawly, crawl. Just in case you turned all the way around. Don't turn right round because I fucking said so. Alright, we're fine.
That base must have some kind of ventilation.
I'm literally standing at it, Roy.
There should be air ducts around there somewhere.
My feet
They must need
are
a lot
in
of
it.
power to run the base. There's probably a diesel generator somewhere. And since generating electricity requires oxygen, there must be exhaust openings for that too. You're not gonna believe this, but they shot down the F-16s we were using as a diversion with a Hind D.
Told you about the
Then we got
fucking
a message
Hind
from
D.
Liquid. He said if we try something like that again, he'll launch the nuke.
Here you go.
Snake, hurry up and get in there. That Hind will be coming back soon.
You know what they're like with vents. Technically, there's another vent we could go into that gets us a little further ahead. But I'm fine with this one. Roy, you're running on 15-minute-old info. That's more than 15 years ago, wasn't it?
Snake, this is McDonald Miller. It's been a long time.
Master, what are you doing here?
I quit being a drill instructor, so I moved out here for some peace and quiet. I'm in retirement, just like you. Once in a while, I still help train the Alaskan Scouts.
Passing on
Still
the skills
wear
to a new
sunglasses
generation, huh?
indoors.
Campbell told me about the situation here. I thought I might be of some use.
There's no one I'd rather have in a foxhole than you.
Well, I know lots about survival in a harsh environment. I've lived in Alaska longer than you. So call me if you have any questions about the flora or fauna out here. My
indeed,
frequency
it's
is
played like a damn
141.80.
thing. Now, this I do recall being a bit of a tedious section, broken up occasionally with stuff like this. Not a big fan of you have two choices: look all the way down, or okay, the analog stick is actually working, but one, I never got the hang of those, and two, it does seem particularly sensitive. Oh, got an incoming ad break apparently.
I moved the Darker Chief to the cell in the first floor basement.
What about the vent shaft cleaning?
They just opened the vent covers. They're about to start spraying for rats.
First floor basement ventilation shaft.
Shut
The
those
sign
covers
doesn't
as soon as
make
they're done
sense.
spraying.
I'm not a rat.
Also, keep your eye on that woman in the cell. Don't get careless now.
Woman in the cell? Did something happen?
Holy
There's
shit,
an
the vent's
intruder.
talking.
Really?
He's already done 3 people.
He's killed 3 people?
Yeah.
Haven't
He's
killed
using
anyone.
stealth, too.
Stealth. There's an intruder besides me.
Why, he didn't go full Bruce Lee in
I
the,
want you to
at the
increase
front door?
security detail on the chief.
Cunning bastard. Venti, venti, vent. La 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 la. I don't know why they put a vignette on this. To imply that the vents are dark? I mean, that's true, but how badly did we need that information? Some random room, not important right now. Just realized I could use the analog stick and get finer control over my movement. To be fair, this was pretty good for environmental detail on the PS1. Oh. Nope, not that way. I remember this game. Shut up. Yeah, is it gonna immediately down or give us a second? Okay.
Press the action button to drop down.
See, that one they didn't need to change. But, unfortunately, you said select button last time rather than dedicated codec button. So that dialogue is still in the game. It's using stealth, unlike that fool we saw in the elevator on the spotlights for getting into the gantry outside the main door. I've already done the joke where I say listen and walk away, so nothing but chaff grenades today.
Use the elevator to change floors. There should be a cargo elevator that you can take down somewhere around there. Try to find it.
Use the elevator to change floors. Yeah, they don't have stairs down there in this facility. What if there's an emergency? I don't remember what this is. This is the night vision. Thermal goggles. I mean, still a pretty cool effect for the PS1 era, but they did make a better version of it in what do they call it? Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance? Is that the re-release? It's Substance or Subsistence. One of them's for MGS2, one's for MGS3. And I never remember which is which. Yeah, well, we know these places don't never have evacuation plans. The evacuation plans is roll up into a ball and kiss your ass goodbye, because something nuclear has probably happened. No, don't press against that wall. That's not going to help anybody. I'm not here. I'm probably still perfectly visible, aren't I? Me? Oh, good timing. The one. Yeah, can't have a survival horror game in a facility that was competently run. Not allowed.
Look at the radar. It's picking up the DARPA chief. He's the green dot. Hurry and rescue him.
Oh my god, Naomi, you can't just call people green. Everyone else is a proper dog. Why is he pixelated? Well, there is something really nice about the way the overhead lights are rendered. That's basically a sprite. It's the effect right though. Punch the ladder to climb it.
If you want to go up or...
Yep. Kick fuck out a ladder, usual shit. Believe the correct course of action is stay true. But there is something if you go to the left. And by go to the left, I mean there's going to be a fork. I may have missed it already.
Is that a woman? Not him.
Snake, the DARPA...
I know how to climb a ladder. Jesus, ow, my ear.
Isn't there some place to drop down? Take a look around in first person.
Yes, I recall that video also. I'm glad they grew out of using some of the language used in that video, but unfortunately, 'twas the time. It was a nice thing to do back then, but yeah.
Who's that?
Whee!
I'm here to save.
Like how there's a couple of cinematic angles that imply that the actor for Solid Snake did not do their own stuff.
What's your outfit?
I'm the pawn they sent here to save your worthless butt.
Really?
What's going on with like half his mouth?
You don't look like one of them. In that case, hurry up and get me out of here.
Slow down. Don't worry. First, I want some information.
How are you a sneak?
About the terrorists.
The terrorists?
Do they really have the ability to launch a nuke?
What are you talking about?
The terrorists are threatening the White House.
The White House?
They say if they don't accede to their demands, they'll launch a nuclear weapon.
Sweet Jesus.
Is it possible?
It's possible. They could launch a nuke.
How do they plan to launch? I thought this place was just for keeping the dismantled warheads. They shouldn't have access to a missile.
What I'm about to tell you is classified information. Okay?
Okay, I already have a Reddit tab.
With a new type of experimental weapon. A weapon that will change the world.
Sorry, that joke would have worked better if I said the War Thunder forums.
The ability to launch a nuclear attack from any place on the face of the earth. A nuclear-equipped walking battle tank.
Say the line, Snake.
Metal Gear. It can't be.
Yay!
You knew? Metal Gear is one of the most secret black projects. How did you know that?
We've had a couple of run-ins in the past. So that's the reason you were here at this disposal site?
Why else would I come to a godforsaken place like this?
That's the soul's
I
question.
had heard the Metal Gear project was scrapped.
On the contrary, it's grown into a huge joint project between Arms Tech and ourselves. We were going to use this exercise as raw data and then proceed to mass production.
I thought I wouldn't have to do much talking, but it failed to factor in how much of the snake impression I'd be doing.
If it hadn't been for the revolution.
Revolution?
Rex has fallen into the hands of terrorists.
He fell in with a bad crowd.
Metal Gear Rex. The code name for the new Metal Gear prototype. They're probably already finished arming the warhead they plan to use with Rex. These guys are pros. They're all experienced in handling and equipping weapons.
Hey! Shut up in there, will ya?
So, fuck off, my captors, who are armed. Do like that shot.
But I thought that all nuclear warheads were equipped with safety measures. Some kind of detonation code that you have to input.
Oh, you mean PAL? Yes, of course, there is a PAL. It's set up so that you need to input 2 different passwords in order to launch the device.
There are
It's
2
a multi-factor.
Yes, Baker knows one, and I know one.
Baker? The president of Arms Tech.
That's right. Each of us needs to input our password, or there can be no launch. But they found out my password.
You talked?
I had it tattooed on my ass.
Mantis can read people's minds. You can't resist.
Psycho Mantis?
You were briefed on this, Snake.
One of the members of Foxhound. He has psychic powers.
In case you didn't watch the briefing, there it is.
It's just a matter of time before they get Baker's too.
If they find out Baker's password...
Yes, they'll be able to launch a nuke anytime. But there is a way to stop the launch.
What?
Nuke the site for more.
Card keys.
They were designed by Arms Tech, the system developers, as an emergency override. Even without the passwords, you can just insert the card keys and engage the safety lock.
And if I do that?
Yes.
It will be safe.
You can stop the launch.
I don't know why we had to focus on the bog roll.
So where are the keys?
Baker should have them. Listen, you need 3 card keys. There are 3 different slots to put them in. You need to insert a card into each one of them.
Okay, 3 card keys. Do you know where they might be keeping Baker?
Somewhere in the 2nd floor basement.
2nd floor basement?
Thank you for the clip, Keith.
The guards say they moved him to an area that has a lot of electronic jamming.
Any other clues?
Yes. They cemented over the entrances, but didn't have enough time to paint them.
And how are they planning to get back out?
Look for the areas where the walls are a different color. Here, take this. It's my ID card. It'll open any level 1 security door. It's called a PAN card. It works together with your body's own.
Gotta love how this guy,
personal area network,
high up in one of these companies that we're including, gets level 1 access.
As you approach the door's security devices, they'll read the data stored in the card.
It'll open if you're holding the card.
Open automatically.
That's
gotcha.
That's all you had to say.
Okay.
Start place. Yes. Maybe you should only have level 1 access.
What is it?
You haven't heard any other way to disarm the PAL, have you? From your bosses or anyone?
No.
Are you sure you haven't heard anything?
I just said no.
So does the White House plan to give in to the terrorists' demands?
That's their problem. It has nothing to do with my orders.
But what about the Pentagon?
Pentagon?
He's captured, clearly needs to lose his access. Just wasting precious CPU cycles while causing other problems.
Hey, what happened?
Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy.
Dead.
Weird. Slap myself in the neck.
Naomi, the chief. What happened?
I don't know. It looked like a heart attack, but...
It's not like your codec has a fucking camera on it.
Colonel, are you hiding something from me?
Absolutely not. Snake, you've got to understand. This op is security level red. You need the highest security clearance to get access to the complete file.
You want me to believe that you're in charge of this op, but you don't have complete access to the file?
I told you, the Secretary of Defense is in operational control. I'm just here as your support. Snake, we don't have time to debate. Get out of there and find President Baker.
Okay. Two things I'm going to do. One, stab. Muggus, that's noise top 5.
Poor man. He has a heart attack right after you save him. I'm getting a bad feeling about this, Snake. Maybe you should let me save your mission.
All right. I got a lip seed. Lip seed. Can I try something? Just need to. I still got this open. Do it. Do. And relaunch. Like I said, I have a mod that does borderless windowed mode. And I'm wondering if the settings I had were messing it up. 'Cause I did reduce it to 480 vertical lines. So this might look sharper and a bit weirder because there's not so much masking the polygons being out of position. It's worth a shot considering all the weird visual effects. Plus, I get a recap of your mission log. That's pretty cool. I'm going to play the rest of the game like this. What could have happened there? Meryl? You waiting for your cue or what? We still see her? Yes, we can. Damn those police notch chimes. Yep, see the blurring's fine now.
Don't move.
So I could have sworn I turned the butt sensor off.
So you killed the chief, you bastard.
But consider also
Liquid?
the bow.
No, you're not. Don't move.
Is this the first time you ever pointed a gun at a person? Your hands are shaking. Can you shoot me, rookie?
Careful, I'm no rookie.
Liar. That nervous glance, that scared look in your eyes. They're rookie's eyes if I ever saw them. You've never shot a person, am I right?
You talk too much.
You haven't even taken the safety off, rookie.
I told you I'm no rookie.
Yeah,
You're not one of them, are you?
Oh look,
Open that
it's
door.
bastards.
You've got a card, don't you?
Why?
So we can get the hell out of here.
Looks like we'll be a little delayed.
Well, so I don't think you have the
Don't think. Shoot.
the butt of that gun anywhere near your shoulder.
What are you waiting for? Shoot!
Don't talk to me like a rookie.
I'm telling you, shoot!
Daka 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 daka. You might want to reload. There we go. Luckily, not the most difficult battle you'll have to do in the game. thought I was out of range.
That doesn't work.
Kinda worked. Could have gone worse. Also, I remember feeling like an absolute god figuring out how to run and aim at the same time. It was time for murder. So murder happened.
Wait.
And in this moment of Kojima could fatally not stop being Kojima. Have a look at this woman's ass.
You fool! You've killed him! I'm sorry, sir.
His mental shielding was very strong.
I just so love the torture.
Now we'll never get that detonation code.
Boss, I have a good idea.
As a later Kojima, her name would be Meryl Goodbutt. You know, I was thinking about this the other day and I remembered Valve did name a character Gordon Freeman. And the irony of that one is, he's not free by the end of the game. Oh god, the door's breathing. Also, I think it'd be more like Meryl Goodbutt Woman Lady. That he decided to reuse the name and entire character design from the last game he made that nobody played. Nobody in the West.
Naomi, I just had some kind of hallucination.
Tripping balls!
No, Snake. The nanomachines are functioning properly.
So what
All their functions to give you
Must have been
hallucinations.
psychometric interference coming from Psycho Mantis,
Oh.
Foxhound Psychic. Think of it as a mental feedback loop.
So that was Mantis.
Or think of it as fucking magic. You might as well. Well, hope I don't have to shoot anything. Oh, something I forgot to do. Better. And of course, that ass. And I remember this being possible in the PS1 version, but is it possible here? Hang on, what do I do? It's zoom in. Okay. Maybe I have to get closer. And we go beyond blur filter. Not easily, it would seem. I don't remember the exact position and angle one needs. Okay, B2. And we're heading towards what I consider to be the most evil trap in the game, possibly the series. Other bastards here, I don't recall. Yeah, I think the bastards come later. These things. Because what do you do when you're walking along and you hear a sudden click noise? You stop and go, what was that? And if you stay there, you plummet to your death. That's an instant game over. Like, you get to continue, but it's fucking annoying. Okay, it seems safe. Ooh, C4. Any more level 1 doors? I'd like it if there was any more L1 doors. Tactical espionage butthole. It's like the whole thing of the series. The raison d'etre. Oh, right, that's how they go. Level 4. God damn. So excuse my paranoia. I've been burnt before. By this game, even. Granada. Different color, you say? That's actually not very easy to see. PS1 explosion, go! Yeah, it was fine. The even better thing about those pit traps. Oh, radar's jammed. Is you have to come back to this location later. And chances are, you've forgotten about the fuckery. So you might well get hit by it again. Just remembering which buttons are which here. Ow. Okay, maybe don't do that again. Or maybe. And damn it all, couldn't get through either of the doors anyway. Okay. I'm not heading into a boss fight, why do you ask?
Am I too late? He's alive. You're the Arms Tech president, Kenneth Baker, right?
Found Kenneth
Don't
Baker.
worry.
He doesn't know how to wear a jacket.
No, don't touch it.
C4.
Right. Touch that wire, and the C4 will blow up along with the old man.
And probably us.
So you're the one that the boss keeps talking about.
And you?
Special Operations Foxhound. Revolver Ocelot.
Revolver Ocelot? I don't even know her Ocelot.
I've been waiting for you, Solid Snake.
A VI.
Now we'll see if the man can live up to the legend. This is the greatest handgun ever made. The Colt single action.
Can you stop giving it a hand job, please?
6 bullets, more than enough to kill anything that moves.
I mean, Thanos might give that a go.
Revolver.
To the parents, Ocelot. A son. Revolver.
Draw.
Okay, I can do you some shiny guns. Ow.
I love to reload during a battle. There's nothing like a feeling.
Okay, only one shot. Then. Of course, I have to be careful of all those wires. Just fucking Benny Hilling our way through this whole encounter. Damn it. Can I punch him? Can I punch him? Can I punch him? Yes, I can. It's not a great idea. And of course, no trank rounds for us.
Don't you want to settle this?
I'd like to shoot you in the fucking face. It's kind of my whole thing. I don't know if you can actually shoot diagonally through those wires, because a bullet could get through.
I understand the bullets you see. I make them go where I want.
So do I. In your fucking face. As previously discussed. Over them a little bit, but damn it. There we go.
You're pretty good.
You can shoot them
Just what I'd
diagonally.
expect from the man with the same code as the boss.
Have to not, you know, shoot the
It's been a
president.
long time since I had such a good fight, but I'm just getting warmed up. What? My hand!
I've cut him free. The C4 went off anyway. Finger guns. No real guns.
Can't you even die right? You were lucky. We'll meet again. Who are you?
Like how he gets out of there with his favorite gun.
That exoskeleton.
I'm a ninja. But I also do this. Why do I have a suppressor in the cutscene? I haven't picked that up yet. To be honest, his insides should be liquid after that explosion sent him across the room, along with all the rest of us. But like, Kojima does what he wants. Yeah, I would say the transparency effect is indeed
I'm
fixed.
not one of them. The DARPA chief told me he gave them his detonation
fought
code.
worse.
What about yours?
Oh, I get it. Jim sent you. You're from the Pentagon.
Answer my question. What about your code?
Oh, I'm for
There's no
Alaska.
time.
I talked.
What? Now the terrorists have both codes and can launch any time.
It's not like I didn't fight.
They offered me
I
snackies.
managed to resist Psycho Mantis's mind probe.
He couldn't read you? How'd you do it?
Surgical implants in my brain.
Surgical
That's called a lobotomy, but
Kind
go
of
on.
like a psychic insulation. Everyone who knows these top secret codes has it.
Even the DARPA chief?
Of course.
But the DARPA chief said Mantis got his code by reading his mind.
Are you sure you heard him right?
Yeah, I'm sure. In that case, how did they get your code?
I never had any training on how to resist torture.
It looks like he had some fun with you, all right.
Oh, he's not human. I tell you, he loved every second of it.
What happened to your arm?
He broke it.
Looks like you're more than even now. His was sliced off.
Ha, you're a funny man. So the DARPA chief, is he okay?
Dead.
What? Can't be. No, that's not what you promised, Jim. Now you want to shut me up?
Calm down.
Fucking will shut you up in a
I
second.
just told you I was here to save you.
Save
didn't
your
kill the
soul.
DARPA chief.
I'm gonna read you your last
He had a heart
words.
attack or something.
A heart attack? Oh, don't be a fool.
Anyway, the terrorists have both codes now.
Those boys are totally insane. They wouldn't hesitate to launch.
I agree, but what do they really want?
Oh, who knows?
To launch a nuke? I
Maybe
don't
they're
know.
like us in the arms industry, always looking forward to the next good war.
Well, I'm not gonna let these maniacs start a war today. You still have the card keys?
Card keys?
To override the detonation code. I heard you had them.
No, not anymore.
What? Who does then? Not the terrorists.
No, that woman.
Woman? Who?
The only woman you've
Soldier
met
was
here,
thrown in
Snake.
prison along with.
A female soldier. It must be.
She said she had just joined up as a new recruit. They threw her in prison because she refused to take part in the rebellion.
A new recruit? Could that be the Colonel?
I love that they had a little transparency effect on when Snake was in the foreground, like he's out of focus.
Break out of here, though. I hope she's okay.
I'm sure she is. She's green, but as tough as they come. But how did you know
That's the
she's
color
green?
of the uniform.
I was in contact with her by codec. Until I was tied up here, that is.
Codec?
Yes, she stole it from the guard. If she still has it, you should be able to contact
The
her.
codec that stimulates the
sure she
bones
still
of your
has it.
inner
What frequency was she
ear.
at?
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you, it's... Oh, sorry. I forgot.
Damn!
Maybe I should kill
That's
you.
right. It should be on the back of the CD case. Try to contact her.
I'll contact her right away. But tell me, if this doesn't work, is there some other way to prevent the missile launch?
You need to find Hal Emmerich, one of my employees.
Who's that?
The team leader of the Metal Gear Rex project.
The man Lancer was written for.
But a little bit of an oddball. If there's anyone who can figure out how to stop Metal Gear from launching,
It's him.
What if he can't come up with anything?
You'll have to destroy it. Emmerich knows how to destroy Metal Gear.
Where is this Emmerich?
Well, he's probably being held somewhere in the nuclear warhead storage building. It's north from here. That's where he worked.
I understand, but why Metal Gear? The nuclear age ended with the turn of the millennium.
It's fucking dope is why.
Wrong. The threat of nuclear war isn't gone. In fact, it's greater than it's ever been. The amount of spent nuclear fuel and plutonium is increasing even today. Listen, have you ever seen a warehouse full of nuclear material?
No.
Drums and drums of nuclear waste stacked this high, as far as you can
I
see.
know PlayStation had its limits, but color on this FMV
So they just close the lid and try to pretend
seems
like it'll
weird.
go away?
Essentially,
Weirdly
yes.
low.
And they're not even doing a good job of storing it. Many of the drums are corroded, with nuclear waste seeping out of them.
Unbelievable.
The spreadsheet's a
Not only that, but
mess.
several pounds of muff are reported every year.
Muff?
It stands for material unaccounted for. It proves that there's a large and well-organized black market in nuclear materials. Furthermore, since the end of the Cold War, Russian nuclear engineers in particular are out of work with no way to turn.
Really, they couldn't just come to America and pull a Werner von Braun?
And scientists for making a bomb. We live in an age when any small country can have a nuclear weapons program.
What about the other superpowers?
Russia and China still maintain a significant nuclear presence. Complete nuclear disarmament is an impossibility.
Yet I coded it into sequel several ones down the
We
line.
need a weapon of overwhelming power.
You mean Metal Gear?
There we go.
Yes. You know our industry suffered quite a blow as a result of the
Someone who had a master's in some kind of military engineering. Small
I
stipends
remember
do
hearing a lot
not
about
leave the
mergers
UK.
and takeovers among the big weapons makers.
Yes. And after my company lost their bids
Does the
to purchase
stipend
Air
change
Force's
depending on
next
which
line of
country they were
fighter
thinking
jet?
of going to?
The Metal Gear system was our last ace in the hole. That's why we pushed to have Metal Gear developed as a black project.
Black Project?
Secret projects paid for by the Pentagon's black budget. You can avoid a lot of red tape and get a great lead time on your weapons production. And no one can bother you. Not even those bleeding heart liberals
Things
on the military
carrot stick
oversight
thing.
committee.
Oh.
Bribes.
I prefer to think of it as good business. Anyway, Metal Gear was going to be formally adopted after the results of this exercise were analyzed.
I don't give a crap about you and your company.
Yes, that's about what I'd expect from a grunt like you.
An armed grunt who's
This
clearly
is what
pissed
you
at
came
you.
for, right?
What's that?
An optical disc. It's all here. The main hard drive was destroyed by gunfire. This is the only remaining copy of the data.
What kind of data?
All the
What's that,
data
mini
collected
disc?
from this exercise.
Yeah, but big for a mini disc.
I know you were sent to get this. I hid it from that sadistic maniac while he was torturing me.
Don't ask
They
me
don't know
where.
this disc exists. Make sure you report this to Jim. To your boss. I'll give you my card too.
I know who my fucking boss is,
Open up
mate.
all security level 2 doors.
Can you walk?
No. No, you go on without me. They got my password. They don't want anything else from me.
I have one more
But
question.
it might mean they'll
Who or what
shoot
was that ninja thing? It looked like you knew something.
That ninja? That was Foxhound's dark little secret.
Dark little secret.
An experimental
Their one
genome
secret.
soldier.
You know him?
You should ask Dr. Naomi Hunter from Foxhound. She knows better than I.
Naomi.
all sorts of secrets coming out in this first hour.
If it goes public, my company and I are finished.
Finished, you say?
What?
The fuck
Doesn't
do
Metal
you say?
Gear use currently existing technology?
Metal Gear itself.
No, obviously it uses technology from your future.
What?
You don't get this currently existing technology thing. Also, he's dying.
Oh, no, it can't be. Those Pentagon bastards. So, they actually went and did it.
What are you talking about?
They're just using you for...
Colonel, I know how this is gonna sound.
What the hell?
I'd love to know what points they decide to put the blur
Colonel,
on.
are you listening? Now he's dead too.
I have no idea.
Don't lie to me.
It looked like another heart attack, but...
Some kind of poison?
Well, there are lots of drugs that can cause a heart attack in large doses. For example, potassium chloride or dioxides, but we won't be able to tell without doing an autopsy.
Damn.
Snake, I want you and Meryl to work together.
Can I trust her?
More than you can trust me. Get in contact with her.
Why would you say it like that?
There's a lot of electrical
We're not that
interference
suspicious
coming
of
from
you.
there. It should be
Yeah.
okay if you do burst transmission like us, but normal transmission is probably impossible. Try moving away from that area.
Snake, get a hold of yourself.
Naomi, what the hell was that ninja thing?
I don't know.
No.
Are you sure?
Yes, we have no one like that in our unit.
Is that right?
Snake, I'm counting on you.
I just want to tell you. Good luck. We're all counting on you. Oh, got Chivo. Alright, these ammo. Any more about? Point, actually. I didn't check. Oh, hold on. Is there not an exit this way? There we go. Oh. Let's chaff it up. So, 1, get this. 2, check the second door. Nope. That's only 4, so I'll be able to come back to that a little earlier. Hope I didn't need those chaff grenades. And presumably back out the way I came. So by the time you're able to open one of those doors, you can take the short way out. Snake calls an emergency meeting to say Naomi and Campbell are sus. Precisely. Oh, now there's bastards. Okay. Which is annoying because now there's potentially other doors I can go through. Damn it. Oh yeah, I get increased capacity for being a boss. Forgot about that. Ah. Oh. What could all this red shit be? Sus is what it is. Ooh. Ho ho ho, I got a machine gun. Don't know how much use I'll get out of it in this scenario, but I got it. It won't do me well to cut around holding a chaff grenade. Don't come near me. I'll jam your radar at you. And my radar. You know, to be honest, I don't think I've thought this plan all the way through. One thing I would love to know is... Well, now I know the location of that particular pit trap, but I had an inkling from before. No. Can't get into that one either. Beep. You know, the elevator has been very kind to me. I don't know why. Yeah, it's the game that made the FAMAS famous. Right. Certainly I don't recall seeing it in anything before then. As much as it would do is to carry on forward. I have a funny feeling I might be able to open something up. And this is one of them. Yay! Goodies. Ah, our very first cardboard box. The classics. Which, if you don't know, is the fast travel system in this game. Except it's not that fast, it's kind of annoying, and you'll probably end up walking anyway. Oh, there's a bastard. Might have to go for my first kill here. Camera no perceive. Camera no perceive. I don't think you can even do a no-kill run in this. Aha, yes. And get mine detector. Do I need to use the ration? No. Just healed after the boss. I thought you got the suppressor in here. Apparently not. Maybe it's in here, I just can't get to it yet. But yeah, it does benefit you to go back on occasion. Explore old areas and that with your fancy new key cards. Mostly do a no-kill run. Get the suppressor there if you go there first before going downstairs, I think. Or maybe it's on the ground floor, I can't remember. No, I went in there first and I got the thermal goggles. That was before I went. Student basement. Oh, wait a minute. There we go, mystery solved. And back to sleep he goes. Oh no, it just equips the suppressor automatically. For some reason I thought it would be on the left hand side and you had to have both open at the same time. I was misremembering. Anyway, that is a good point to stop for another break. I could radio that in, but I'd have to tell my sergeant I got beaten up by a ghost while sleeping. And, you know, that never looks good on your report. Like, when it comes to, like, reviewing your 5-year plan, they gotta bring it up. They always do. For such advanced soldiers, they have shocking peripheral vision. Proper Batman unable to turn head stuff. Well, we don't know. Like, maybe they really starched those balaclavas and that's the problem. Who knows? They always got taught to stare at their boots. But if they don't stare at their boots, they might not be shiny enough and they might not notice. Gotta have the shiny boots. Okay, same rules apply. I'm going to go away for a couple of minutes. Consider getting up, walking around, having a stretch, getting yourself a drink or a snack. Make sure you're staying on top of your meds. I will play you some clips in the meantime to keep you occupied. See you in a bit. Roll for puppy. You know, fucking eventually. I don't know why it's taking this long. Although it did get a bit faster this time.
As I get to show off my latest purchase. So I saw this in a charity shop and it was so whatever the fuck this is that I decided it was coming home with me.
I like that you and I both looked at it and I was just like, that's a thing. What was the other thing? It was like the PlayStation.
Yeah, it was the PlayStation button symbols, but just in a light up fashion. Thank you.
Nick hates the bulge that it has.
It is such an odd shape, and I guess it didn't come all across in a 2D photo.
Zooms
from an angle.
Oh yeah, it's very bulgy.
Cheers. How the
I think you drink it from the backside because it's not raised. There you go. Now you get to show off your Xbox.
Not doing enough damage to a man's face. There should be no face, is my estimation. Yeah, not an expert, but it just feels right, you know? Ooh. Look at this spinny. Look at it go. Ah, brilliant. Okay. Please don't be bastards.
Zooms on.
Was to be your spoils. Yep. There we go. Now they can only vomit on me. Ah, you fucks. Ooh, 4 of them. In the ass. Now you fucker.
Zooms on.
That'll do. Oh, hello. Prisms! But a smooch to get the color back is all you remember from Pleasant.
Soup's on.
That didn't look like a smooch to me, honestly. Yay, I fixed it. But
Soup's on.
lullaby. Ah, excellent.
Soup's on.
Oh, you should probably save, by the way.
I've done so.
Yay.
Wait, what the fuck just happened there? Did anyone else see that?
Gus? I was looking at the walkthrough, I'm afraid.
There's a wibbly thing in the middle of the screen.
Oh.
Just two. I'll need the rest for later. Motherfucker. Everything is fine. Nobody wants to kill me. Certainly not a giant robot straight out of hentai. But with lasers. So straight out of hentai. I didn't say anything. 65?
Soup's on.
Shit, I think I've picked the wrong one. Let's see if I can remember. Right, 65. Yes! There we fucking go. There we fucking go. Nobody clips that. I cannot take the shame. It's alright, I'll wait for yous.
You can't hide for long.
What the fuck? I mean, if you could pull that move off, what the fuck you doing in a terrorist cell?
It's not looking like a good team for getting the soups on, is it? 5 in a row and nothing. Oh, more than that, actually. 8 in a goddamn row. See, I know if I just roll one myself, it'll happen, and nobody will be happy. So...
Soup's on.
Nope, no joy, sorry. Right. Completely forgot that what I actually have to do is call Meryl. See if I can remember this. No. No, I'm gonna have to double check. Nope, didn't mean that. 14015, damn it. Right, Meryl, how's it going? First play this on a copy. Rented from Blockbuster. One buy with the codex number on the back. Nice.
One from the prison? You're the Colonel's niece.
Oh, someone did you a solid there.
It's not him. Just exactly who are you? I'm the fool that your uncle sent all alone into the middle of this whole mess.
You came by yourself? You think you're some kind of one-man army?
I don't need lectures. You're just like your uncle, you know?
How do you know my uncle?
We go way back.
What's
He
your
gives
name?
me orders.
My name's not important.
Aha. Could you be Snake? Are you Solid Snake?
That's what some people
No, I'm
call
liquid.
me.
The
Blah.
legendary Solid Snake? You? Sorry about before. I wasn't sure if you were one of the good guys.
But I knew you were.
How?
It's your eyes.
Snake,
Eyes?
They're not
tone it down for
eyes.
one fucking
They're
second.
Ricky's eyes, right?
No, they're beautiful, compassionate eyes.
Oh, just what I'd expect from the legendary Solid Snake. You trying to sweep me off my feet?
Don't worry, you'll land back on them once you meet me. The reality is no match for the legend, I'm afraid.
Oh, I don't believe
One of
that.
my butt cheeks is bigger
Why
than
did you
the
look
other.
so surprised when you saw my
So
face?
weird.
Because you look just like him.
You mean the terrorist leader, Liquid Snake?
Yeah, you know him? You're not brothers, are you?
I have no family.
So what's the deal then?
Who knows? Why don't you ask him? But first I want some information. You were involved in this exercise from the beginning. What exactly happened here?
I'm sorry. I was captured along with President Baker right after the terrorist attack.
That's okay. But what is this place? I don't think it's just a nuclear weapons disposal facility.
Might have been at one point.
Boy, oh boy, it's just like them. Nobody told you anything, did they? Okay.
I have
See,
a 5
this
second
place
memory.
isn't really for disposing nuclear weapons. This base is owned and operated by a dummy corporation of arms tech.
This is a civilian base?
Right, for the development of Metal Gear.
Colonel.
No,
Foxhound
Metal
and the
Gear.
Next Generation Special Forces were called here for the test launching of a dummy nuclear warhead.
Why Foxhound?
Because they're a special ops group used to handling top secret missions. They figured they could help keep it all hush-hush.
But we must have fired nuclear warheads before.
I don't
Why
think
just this time?
they would hire
I
them
heard
just
it
because
was
they're
because
super
this was to
secret.
be a final test before the formal adoption of the Metal Gear program. Well, that's what I heard anyway.
Sounds kind of fishy. So what do you think the terrorists want?
Sorry, I'm not sure. I was captured with President Baker right after the revolt started.
Oh yeah, that's when he gave you the detonation code override keys, right?
That's right.
Amazing you were able to keep him hidden from the guards.
Forgot about this
Well,
bit.
women have more hiding places than men. Anyway, you met Baker, huh? How's he holding up?
At least they glossed over it quickly
What?
this time.
Heart attack. Same as the DARPA chief.
The chief died from a heart attack too?
Yeah. Was either of them sick or anything?
No, not that I heard of.
Definitely how heart attacks work.
Coincidences. Something funny's going on.
Sounds like it,
hilarious.
but I have no idea what.
Me neither. Yet. Do you know the person who designed Metal Gear?
You mean Dr. Emmerich?
Yes. Is he still alive?
Probably. He should be in the research lab in the second floor basement of the nuclear warhead storage building to the north.
Second floor basement.
Yeah, that's where his lab is. I think they're forcing him to work on the nuclear launching program.
So they'll need him alive until that's done anyway.
And then they'll immediately shoot him because,
You're right.
well, they've met.
In case we can't override the detonation code in time, I need to ask him how to destroy Metal Gear.
You plan to take that thing on by yourself, Snake?
It won't be the first time.
Well, first time with that particular model.
What's the best way to get to the building where the doctor is being held?
There's a cargo door on the first floor of this building that leads to the north.
What's the security level of the door there?
5. But it's okay. I've got a level 5 card.
Can I have it?
I've got to go save the doctor. You should go.
I'm going with you.
No way. You're still too green. I want you to hide somewhere.
I'm not green.
Oh, yes, you are.
If anything, I'm teal.
For just 1 second in front of your enemy and it's all over. Good luck doesn't last forever.
I don't know what happened. I just couldn't.
You're
pull
not in the
trigger right
tutorial
away.
anymore.
I never had any problems in training. But when I thought about my bullets tearing through those soldiers' bodies, I hesitated.
Shooting at targets and shooting at living, breathing people are different.
One gets
Ever
you more
since I was a
points.
little girl, I always dreamed about being a soldier. Every day of my life, I've trained my mind and body for the one day when I could finally see some real action. And now,
So what now? You want to quit?
I can't quit. I can't allow myself to quit now.
Listen, Meryl. Everybody feels sick the first time they kill someone. Unfortunately, killing is one of those things that gets easier the more you do it. In a war, all of mankind's worst emotions, worst traits come out. It's
Stop
easy to
seeing
forget what a sin is
torrents.
in the middle of a battlefield.
But this isn't a war. It's a terrorist action.
You're just a little jumpy from the combat high. The adrenaline in your bloodstream is starting to thin out. Just take it easy.
Or
But I
take some
learned all about
rounds.
combat high at the academy.
We'll talk about it later. For now, just think about keeping yourself alive.
If I get out of here alive, I'll think about that other stuff.
Okay, let me try to say this another way. Stay the hell out of my way.
No, shan't.
You're a real bastard. Just like my uncle said.
Huh, I told you. The real me is no match for the legend.
It looks like you were right. Okay, Snake. I'll be a good girl.
We'll link up after I grab the doctor. Then we'll take care of the detonation code override.
Gotcha. But listen, I know this area better than you. Call me if you have any questions.
Be careful, okay?
After I open up the cargo door, I'll contact you.
Okay, so I should have done that when I first got here. Now I have to wait for her to open the door. Young man's still there. Still up on SOCOM ammo. Oh, in case anyone was wondering. There's the other vent we could have come in. Might have been a little easier than walking along the entire gantry. Get down here. Where's the fun in there? We are, in fact, missing someone from Codex list, though. And Vent Horizon. Exactly, Rizloka. Also, hello. Welcome in.
Meryl is a very strong woman. I really respect her.
She's got plenty of heart.
Thanks, Snake.
Not so fast. The real mission is still ahead.
Misden. All mission.
Rescuing that Metal Gear engineer is now your primary goal.
Yeah, oh, missing Nastasius. Exactly. I assume Campbell's the one that tells you. Just maybe should have called earlier.
Rescuing that Metal Gear engineer is now your primary.
Shit, is that all he's gonna say?
Rescuing that.
Master, anything?
People who have been through war and survived develop a kind of sixth sense to warn them of danger. Trust your instincts as a soldier, as a gamer.
Fucking hell.
In war, a split second can mean the difference between victory and defeat. Don't ever hesitate.
Shoot
The slower
everyone.
you react, the greater the chance that you'll be beaten. That inner voice that warns you when danger is nearby. You can't learn that in training. You've got to have survived a few firefights, seen a few friends blown away, before you learn that trick.
I keep my friends. I like them.
When you're trying to hide, avoid places that look like the enemy might search. Think about how your enemy is going to move, and then sneak in there. It doesn't matter how smart you are, just use your head out there.
You're not gonna tell me, are you? Snake is a gamer, apparently. Or are they trying to say that the instincts of soldier and gamer are exactly the same? I hope that's not what they're trying to say, because Christ. I wonder if I have to be away from that area for Meryl to show up. Not too far, apparently.
Snake, I unlocked the cargo door for you.
Thanks. Where are you?
Where I can see ya.
Don't move around too much.
Don't worry, I'm disguised in this enemy uniform.
You won't be for long with the way you walk.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Nothing.
Listen, Snake, the cargo door is like an airlock. It's equipped with infrared sensors. Be careful. If an intruder is sensed,
I think that's how an
gas
air
is
like
released.
lock
Gas.
works.
Okay, so we'll meet at the nuclear warhead storage building.
Wait, you said you'd stay put and be a good girl.
I changed my mind.
Don't get careless.
I said it out loud and I felt
Things always turn
gross.
sour.
Sorry, but this is the only way I can figure out whether or not I'm cut out to be a soldier. I
Yeah,
gotta get
fucking
my
shot.
hands dirty.
These guys are professionals. You're gonna get yourself killed.
See you there.
God damn it. And you know what? Might be a good place to save.
What can I do for you, Snake?
Sav, also, if you haven't stashed this number, I'd appreciate it. Because otherwise, I'm going to have to look it up.
Snake, listen to what Lo Ji said. He who knows that enough is enough
have enough. Just because you see an item doesn't mean that you always have to get it.
Oh, Mayline, you don't know me at all.
Think twice before you stick your neck out. It might not be worth it.
Meryl contacted you, didn't she? Go.
Yep. Nastasha?
Meryl contact.
No. Nastasha?
Meryl con.
Wow, he's really insistent about this whole sticking to the mission thing, isn't he? Meryl, I know what you look like. You can keep the disguise on.
With infrared sensors. You probably can't see them with your naked eyes, but there are infrared beams coming out of that wall. Touch any one of them, and the doors will seal off, and the place will be flooded with poison gas. Somehow you've got to get through with.
Can I shoot the poison gas? Now, of course, there's two ways of doing this. One is if you picked up thermal goggles. See the laser beams just fine. Alternatively, you have basically the one use of the cigarettes. Aside from lowering your own health. But 3D being the cruel mistress it is, can be tricky to figure out exactly when is safe to move forward. But lucky me. Yep. Friend?
Snake, be careful. There are claymore mines around there. Use a mine detector.
Who are you?
Just call me Deep Throat.
Deep Throat? The informant from the Watergate scandal?
Never mind about that.
You're not using burst transmission. Are you nearby?
Listen, there's a tank in front of your position waiting to ambush you.
Is friend shaped?
Who are you anyway?
It's not really shaped. None shaped. That up. Thank you very much. Swear to God, if a cutscene makes me stand up and sets off this fucking mine. It's good. Also prevents me from accidentally running into them later. Probably going to regret that because I'm going to take damage in this fight. Seems inevitable. I might have wanted to go back for that. Oh, look. It's Bastard. Yeah. I'm giant.
Snakes don't belong in Alaska. I will not let you pass.
I have a hall pass.
Send him a message.
Who? I feel like this is another one of those your organs are liquid things.
You should crawl on the ground like the snake you are.
Your one-liners need work, mate. Thankfully you have a tank so you can be interesting. Yeah. Now he just has to rely on visuals to hit me. Yeah, like that. I think the chaff prevents the cannon from hitting you. Shit, am I not hit? Nope. Dumb. Yep, that's fine. Ow. That part isn't. That grenade's still gonna go off. Starting to wonder if easy mode was a mistake. No, snakes do not like the cold. Just as a quick look. Yep, definitely dead. Searching for something.
Well, boss, I hope you are happy. He got the card.
I fucking beefed it, dude.
You would be wise not to underestimate him.
I mean, I would have liked to go back and pick up some items, but...
He is just as you said. In battle, he is as if possessed by a demon. Much like you, I would expect no less.
See? I told you so. But I will kill him.
So, General...
Oh, yeah,
I hear he took your hand as well as your dignity.
Bitch.
What's your tongue, shaman?
In the language of the Sioux people, Sioux means snake. It is known as an animal to be feared.
Well, Snake is mine now. When I meet him next, I'll take special care of him.
Not yet. Don't kill him yet.
He and I will meet again in battle.
Same prediction as always?
Yes, the raven on my head. It thirsts for his blood.
I really need to have a talk with that raven. That's all he fucking talks about. It's like, get a hobby, mate. And that's another Chivo. I had the bind detector equipped this whole time. A little preview of what we're walking into. I'm gonna see if I can go back and get items. I don't think there'll be any bastards out there. I do like that you can sneak under the door to exit a bit faster. You know what? I am gonna equip the mine detector just in case. Because, yeah, they may have removed the enemies. That's not to say... I got my health back after the boss fight. Not to say they wouldn't set any more traps. Game be like that sometimes. And the right tank somehow skidded to a halt here and left no trace in the snow. Cool, makes sense. Something behind there, but let's have a look. I'm really not sure about this being all the way down at 320 by 200, whatever it is. When we started, it was bumped up to like 480, which the borderless windowed mod lets you do. But as you saw if you were in earlier, it was playing havoc with that ghosting effect the game uses. Like, I think that was still going at the original resolution or something. Either way, it was not working out. Inspect chunky pixels. Wait, emergency call. Who's sus?
Be careful. You absolutely must not use weapons in that area.
Me, apparently.
I've already programmed the nanomachine so that he won't be able to, Colonel.
What? What are you talking about?
Have you forgotten? That's where they keep the nuclear warheads. Can't you see them?
Yeah, there's lots of boxes piled up here, but are they all warheads?
Yes, they're all dismantled warheads.
This entire nuclear weapons disposal facility.
Totally careless.
There's one room with all the warheads.
Limited budget. They try to put on a pretty face for the media, but this is the grim reality of it. Nastasha knows lots more about it than I do. Her frequency is 141.52.
I thought we got her codec
All of the warheads
a lot
in those
earlier.
boxes have had their detonation mechanisms removed, so there's no fear of them exploding. But if the warheads are broken, they might leak plutonium, and that would be a serious problem.
Snake, never use your weapon on that floor.
Snake, we can't let you use your weapons. Severe OSHA violation, and I've already forgotten the fucking codec. Doesn't help if I'm not going to actually try and call it. My dudes, you've trained me for this. You don't need to call every couple of minutes. But they do. Like, is it healthy for us to talk every couple of minutes? Actually, them talking is not a problem because it's stimulating the bones of your inner ear, so only you can hear it. Snake talking out loud, yeah, could be a problem. I can't believe I just completely forgot the loading number. But Kiefer's right. You do not need to call her at any point in the entire game. 1415.
This is Nastasha Romanenko. A pleasure to work with you, Solid Snake.
You're the nuclear specialist that the Colonel mentioned?
That's me. You can ask me anything about nukes that you want. I am also a military analyst, so I have an extensive knowledge of weapon systems as well. They asked me to participate in this operation as a supervisor from the Nuclear Emergency Search Team. I was happy to accept. We must not allow terrorists to get their hands on nuclear weapons of any kind. I hope I can help you to stop them.
You're a tough lady.
Those terrorists are serious about launching a nuclear weapon? The world cannot stand by.
I don't know, they seem like jokers to me.
And neither can I. Unfortunately, all I can do from here is provide you with information.
From your home in Los Angeles, I remember.
Another soldier here wouldn't make a difference anyway. It's good to work with you, Nastasha.
Same here, Snake.
Fun thing about her is if you have weapons equipped when you call her, she can give you information on that specific weapon. Just nip into the fast travel system real quick. Okay, no items in this one. Now, can that camera only see me if I'm up the stair? The radar implies yes. I keep forgetting. You have a boss fight, your ammo counter increases. Can't find out what it is at the moment, but I will one day. Back. That was close. I've played this before. I'm an expert in militaries. Militariness. Soldier rating. I think this is going to be 100% safe, but fuck it, charge. At least have time to press the button. Oh, that was merciful. Thank you, game. I think he's actually on B2, but might need to do something first. No. No, this is correct. Probably. Maybe slightly a bit. In any case, lots of locked rooms that might contain goodies. I do like goodies. God damn it. Ooh, someone's got a level 3 key card. You're gonna turn around and go back the other way, right? Yep. I'm not here. Ah, there we go. Exactly what we needed. Even though we technically don't know it yet. The items snuck around here. Yes. Okay. Let's see, are you going away again? But it doesn't matter because your pal just showed up. Not the pal key, that would have been useful. Ah, you're taking it in turns to piss. Very wise. Although peripheral vision, as previously pointed out, not your strong suit. Life signs all over the shop. Okay, one to the right. Slight difference. And now I'm choking to death. But, you know, slowly. It's danger high voltage. It doesn't even need to be when they touch, when they kiss. It simply is. It's another fun one. A remote control weapon scenario.
Watch out. That place is filled with gas. Also, the floor is electrified. First, destroy the high voltage switch. It's the switchboard on the northwest wall.
But how? I can't reach it.
Use a remote-controlled missile.
I know, the obvious solution. Right, let's have a go. Honestly, it was just kind of cool that you could do this in first person. Somewhat annoying that you don't get the benefit of the radar when you're doing it. And that whole business to contend with. New. Oh no, I'll explode the rations as well. Two attempts could be worse. Anyway, I would very much like my O2 back, so... Yeah, there is an item you can get that'll make this running around and exploring easier. I obviously don't have it yet. Yep, just a lonely Rashon. Oh, that one opens. That's the one with a camera in it. Oh, chaff it is. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there we go. That is precisely the item I wanted. Thank you very much. But it only depletes your oxygen. No, it slows down your oxygen depletion. That's what I meant to say. So it still behooves you to have a full O2 meter before you go ahead. And the cameras are like, hey, a small round object just came into our view. No. Yes. Explosives, right. Like, really, it was probably quite tactically unsound for you to do that. Nevertheless, I appreciate it. And now I'm choking to death because I don't have my gas mask on. That's fine, that's plenty to be getting out of there with. And what do I get? More chaff grenades! Yay! It's good, because I'm about to need one. This clusterfuck here. All angles covered, no way around it. I had to chaff if I was going to get out of there unharmed. The fun thing about this game is there's so many moments that get referenced. Dare we say iconic? And this is but one of them.
It looks like they were cut by some type of blade.
Well, thank God you're here, Snake.
It's a ghost.
Oh no! It's a ghosty ghost. Hydrate, more chicken stretch. Thank you, DD. Oh. I assume you were away modding for someone. Hydrate. Anyway, let's look at this dead bastard. Dead. Turbo dead. Can't pick up that gun, although I do already have one, so less of a pressing issue. Hell of an intro, one has to admit. Now, does he have the key card, or did he just fuck up the door mechanism beyond repair? And by the door mechanism, I mean the lock mechanism, because clearly the door still works. And is that implying that he just emits an EMP? And then a bit that's iconic for all the wrong reasons. Did you have to, Kojima? Did nobody tell you no?
Who are you?
Where is my friend?
What are you talking about? Oh, what next?
Snake.
Steam effect was necessary. So the pissing was unnecessary, but the steam effect was.
Who are you?
That's what I'm getting from this
Neither
conversation.
enemy nor friend. I am back from a world where such words are meaningless. I've removed all obstacles. Now you and I will battle to the death.
Why were you going after Emma?
I've waited a long time for this day. Now I want to enjoy the moment.
I wish to Netflix
What's
and
with
chill.
these guys? It's like one of my Japanese animes.
There we go. Emmerich said the line.
What is it, revenge?
It is nothing so trivial as revenge.
You killed my family. You have the slightest idea how little that narrows it down?
I will kill you, or you will kill me.
Currently doing the finale of Persona 3 Portable, which involved your level grinding for well over 10 hours because you wanted one specific persona that required being level 90. Jesus. Dedicated to the craft there.
Watch from inside there.
I need that man. Keep your hands off him.
I have a sword, bitch.
Make me feel it. Make me feel alive again.
See if I can remember how this fight's done. Okay, good start.
That's good. Now we can fight as warriors. Hand to hand. It is the base.
Where the hell did you put that thing?
Only a fool trusts his life to a weapon.
I mean, you can cheese this, but... no, we don't get that cartwheel maneuver till much later. I did anticipate it this time, I just didn't move around quickly enough. Damn it. I committed to my punches in the wrong direction. And again. Got away with that one, let's face it. Yeah, I just don't know why I was thinking of that one. Don't worry, we'll have a look at the dev kit in a second.
Hurry up and catch me.
Here we go. Oh yeah, I forgot it straight up gives you the first location. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh no, I see him. And I fucked up that computer. I like it. Give us bullets that we're not going to use in this fight. Spoiler, he just deflects them with his sword if you shoot at him. Where is it? kind of got him.
Like old times. I've been waiting for this pain.
You're a bit odd. Has anyone ever told you that? Ah, god damn it. Nah. Yay, I do get to run through it if I smash it. Hi, thank you, new follower. Welcome in. As you can see, the follower alerts are anonymous, but feel free to introduce yourself. Come on, keep it up, keep it up. Baited!
That's it. I remember that punch.
There was also a kick. Fuck your paperwork.
Do you remember, Snake? The feel of battle. The clash.
So what happens if you try and shoot them at this point? Yep, still deflect. And now you're kicking fuck out of a poor defenseless chair. Fair enough. Nope, you do it again. You know, unleash the fan ass for once. There we go. It told you odd all the time. And you paid for paperwork.
Do you remember me now?
Technically, those two aren't related.
Can't be. You were killed in Zanzibar. What? Not again.
I forgot to point out that, you know, the reason follower alerts are anonymous is so the person does not have to speak up in chat if they don't.
What's happening?
And that is absolutely valid. Look, Snake asks a good question. Men will literally get converted into a cyborg ninja before they go to therapy.
Is it over?
Hard to tell, Hal. Well, whoever it is, they seem to have thermal vision. And are extra as hell. Colonel, the fuck?
Gray Fox. Colonel, that ninja is Gray Fox. No doubt about it.
Ridiculous. You of all people should know he died in Zanzibar.
No. He should have died, but he didn't.
What?
It happened before I joined Foxhound's medical staff. They were using a soldier for their gene therapy experiments.
I never heard that.
It happened right after you retired. My predecessor, Dr. Clark, was in charge.
Dr. Clark?
Yes.
Does sound like you
He
think
started
much
the
of
gene
him.
therapy project.
And where is he now?
He was killed in an explosion in his lab 2 years ago.
So what about this
Well,
soldier?
you know, gene therapy labs are
Apparently,
notorious
their
for
test
exploding.
subject, they decided to use the body of a soldier who was recovered after the fall of Zanzibar.
And
That
that
could
was
be
Gray
anyone.
Fox.
But he was already dead.
Yes. But they revived him. They fitted him with a prototype exoskeleton and kept him drugged for 4 years while they experimented on him like a plate.
If I had an exoskeleton implanted into me
Today's
forcibly,
genome
I'd want
sequence
to be on the
reported from
good
those
chemicals as well.
That's the sickest thing I've
Jesus.
heard.
They used him to test all sorts of gene therapy techniques.
Naomi, why didn't you tell us about this sooner?
Because it's confidential information.
Is that the only reason?
You say to a man who
Naomi,
explicitly
Gray
does
Fox
not
after that?
want to be lied to. He's been
Reckon
very
says
clear
he
about
died in
this.
the explosion.
I see. But even if that ninja is Gray Fox, the question is, why?
Well,
I could tell
you see, Colonel,
he didn't know who
when
he
two
was.
people love each other very
Saying that
much,
he's just a mindless robot?
I'm
they,
not sure.
they do
but
a
he
special
seems
dance and
intent
they
on
give birth
fighting
to
me
a
the
cyborg
death.
ninja.
We'll meet again. I know it.
So you'll fight again? Until you kill him?
I'd rather not. But maybe that's what he wants.
Rather not. Because who doesn't want a cyborg ninja as your
How
best
long
pal?
you gonna stay in there?
I'm kidding. His best pal's in there.
Are you one of them?
No, I'm not. I always work alone.
Alone? Are you an otaku too?
What was it paramedic
on,
from
get out.
MGS3?
We can't stay here forever.
I knew they were written to be like the big bads, basically. Everyone in MGS3, but
Your uniform is different from
I
theirs.
couldn't remember exactly.
You're the Metal Gear chief engineer, Hal Everett.
They don't make the
Price.
greatest sons-in-law. Also, hello, Carlos. If I'm pronouncing that correctly. If I'm not,
I heard about you from Meryl.
and welcome in.
Oh, so you're here to rescue me?
Sorry, but no. There's something that I've got to do first.
Oh, well, at least
He
you're not
could
one
have
of
said
them.
not yet, rather than just no.
Are you hurt?
I'm
No.
okay. I just twisted my ankle a little bit trying to get away.
Well, if that's all, it's nothing to worry about.
Twisted your bladder as well. There's a fucking mess
I
over
want to
there.
ask you something. I need information about Metal Gear.
Huh? Metal Gear?
Yeah. What's Metal Gear really designed for?
It's a mobile TMD. It's designed to shoot down nuclear missiles, only for defense
Is it?
purposes,
Aye.
of course.
Liar. I already know that Metal
No,
Gear is
I
nothing but a
always walk
nuclear
like
equipped walking deathmobile.
Nuclear? What are you talking about?
The terrorists are planning to use Metal Gear
It's a
to
special
launch
type of
nuclear
missile. That's
I'm
not
telling
important
you
right
didn't
now.
know.
They're gonna put a dismantled warhead into Metal Gear's TMD missile module?
Wrong. From the beginning, the purpose of this exercise was to test Metal Gear's nuclear launch capability using a dummy nuclear
Exactly. He's a cute
warhead.
little robot
The
that helps
terrorists are
Gillian
just
find
continuing
Snap.
the work you started.
No, you're wrong.
I heard it directly from your boss, Baker.
No. A nuclear missile on
Unfortunately,
Rex?
the Metal Gear series and Snatcher
really
only have a
didn't
kind of
know.
tenuous connection.
No. All the armament was built by a separate department, and the president personally supervised the final assembly of the main unit.
President Baker?
Hal, how have you not put this
Yeah.
together just over this
I
conversation?
was never told exactly what they armed Rex with. I only know it's equipped with a Vulcan cannon, a laser, and a railgun.
Freaking laser! Well, we do get some nice shots of Rex again, if memory serves.
A railgun, you
There
said.
we go.
Yeah. It uses magnets to fire bullets at extremely high
I do love the
velocities.
design.
The technology was originally developed for the
Enough
SDI
that
system
I
and
basically
later
have
scrapped.
something like it on it.
We were successful in miniaturizing it in
Right,
a joint
probably.
venture between Armstead
Someone
and
remind me
National Labs.
to switch to the talking
railgun
screen so
is
we
on
can
Rex's right
get a
arm.
full view of that.
Metal Gear's main function is
Is there any
to launch
mention of
nuclear
Metal Gear in
missiles.
police
Sure you're
knots?
not forgetting
I mean,
something?
Meryl Silverborough is explicitly in police knots and then just basically ported over to Metal
It was
Gear.
originally meant to carry nuclear
But
missiles?
Metal Gear, the giant nuclear robot, I can't remember.
Yeah, but that's not all I think. If Metal Gear fired only standard nuclear missiles, then they should already have all the practical data they need.
Metal Gear's a character in police notes. You think like
No.
somebody's name?
Could it be?
A character called Metal Gear. It'd be funny if Kojima always has
Metal
something
Gear's
different called
co-developer,
Metal Gear in
Livermore
all his
National
works.
Labs was working on a new type of nuclear weapon.
I mean, there's a couple of
They were
NES
using
games
Nova
that
and NIF
probably
laser
didn't
nuclear
mention
fusion
it.
testing equipment and
In fairness, those would have come out before Metal Gear.
So they developed a new type
Like
of nuclear
NES
weapon in a
games
VR
or
testing lab, huh?
very early MSX ones.
Yes, but you can't use virtual data on a battlefield. They would need actual launch data. These are some of the supercomputers. If you link these, you can test everything in a virtual environment. But it's all just theoretical.
So this exercise was designed to test the
Oh
real
man,
thing.
remember supercomputers? They were relevant
President
ones.
do? If the terrorists launched that thing... Damn. Damn.
I hit you, Fleur. I hit you so
Such
much.
a fool. It's all my fault.
You are kind of a fool, Hal. I'm sorry.
The truth is,
Data centers and AI.
my grandfather was part of the
Oh,
Manhattan
that's
Project.
adorable. Look at that.
He suffered with the
my
guilt
mod
for the rest of his life. And my father? He was born on August 6th, 1945.
The day of the Hiroshima bomb. God's got a sense of humor, all right.
3 generations
There
of
they are.
Emmerich men. We must have the curse of nuclear weapons written into our DNA.
Oh. Yes, indeed.
I used to
When
think
your
that I could
cartoons
use
came from the
science
net
to help
to this place,
mankind.
mainframe,
But the one
my
who wound
home.
up getting used was me.
Didn't get the voice even nearly right.
Using science to help
Because
mankind.
it's
It's just
a kids'
in the
cartoon
movies.
from the 90s. CGI or not.
Enough crying.
All right,
Get yourself
Dee Dee.
together.
The boss
Where's
is gone.
Metal Gear? Where on this base are they keeping it?
Oh dear. Yes, you're right,
Rex is
Keith.
in
It's
the
all data
underground
centers now and
maintenance
AI
base.
hallucinations.
Where's that?
North of the communications tower, but it's a long way there.
The emergency override system.
I have questions about this.
Yeah,
Obviously,
in the
it wasn't a
maintenance
filter
base
they'd used
control
back then. It'd just be some
You'd
kind
better
of,
hurry. If they were
I
planning
guess,
a launch
texture
from
they
the
put in
start,
front of the
then their
camera and
ballistic
then
program is
move
probably
it around.
finished. And since they haven't called for me in a few hours, they must not.
Why
need
does it
me.
look like this?
In other words, they must be ready to launch.
Like, even calling it
Meryl's
AI
got the
hallucination
code override
is,
keys. We'll link up with her.
If we can't override the launch,
it's
we'll
just
have to
a
destroy
grandiose way of saying it put one word in front of the other and arrived at something that doesn't have context or basis in fact.
I'll show you the way.
On that leg
Trying to
of yours,
personalize
you'll just
something
slow
that's
me down.
just a complete and utter technical
You'll
error.
need me if you're gonna destroy Rex.
I don't need you. I just need your brain.
Cut it off.
I created Rex. It's my right, my duty to destroy him.
If you get a chance, try to escape. When the
Sorry,
coast is
I had to
clear, I'll
wait till the
contact you
camera
by
was in
codec.
position before I
How am I
delivered.
supposed to escape from an island?
Okay.
So what then?
I want you to hide somewhere and keep me informed. You know this place well, don't you?
Of course I do. And don't worry, I've got this.
That was pretty nifty in fairness.
Same stealth technology as the Ninja. Foxhound was going to use them, but
I
with
wonder
this
how
I'll
they
be
did
fine.
that effect.
Bad
actually.
leg and all.
Good. But I want Meryl.
I mean, I've never tried to correct. Oh no, tell a lie. I have tried to correct AI one time about something it had given me, and it just printed the exact same thing again.
That's a relief.
I want you to look after him.
And so
Where
I
are
felt
you
pretty
now?
secure in my job after that.
Oh no! Damn, they've spotted me.
Meryl, what happened?
Yeah.
Something's wrong.
Sorry, Meryl, you kind of fucked it up.
Wasn't that some kind of music?
What did she look like?
She was wearing the same green uniform
There's
as the
a
terrorists.
portrait on the codec. You've seen her in person.
Such a cute way of walking. She kind of wiggles her behind.
You were really looking.
Well, she's got a very cute behind.
Way of walking.
Slow-mo and everything. And yes, that is literally how we're gonna find
If she's
Meryl.
disguised as the enemy, you'll have to contact her when she's alone, huh? There's only one place where we can be sure she's by herself.
Where's that?
Don't be so dense.
It's rare Hal gets to say that to someone.
Here, use this security card. It's security level 4.
Yes, please.
You're not in pain, are you?
Huh?
You feel okay? Nothing bothering you?
What's wrong? Getting all friendly all of a sudden.
No, nothing. I'm glad you're okay.
You're strange.
I'm a little nervous.
Oh,
Everyone
Snake.
else I've saved suddenly dies.
This man is destined to become your, if not your work husband, your actual husband.
It stands for Otaku Convention. And Otaku's a guy like me who likes Japanimation.
It's just like one of my Japanese Japanimation animations.
Robots. They're still the best in the field of robotics.
And Japanese cartoons played some part in that?
They did. I didn't get into science to make nuclear weapons, you know.
And at least some of this is straight up police notes.
I became a scientist because I wanted to make robots like the ones in the Japanese animes. Really, it's true.
Just sounds like a childish excuse to me.
No, I feel like that's right.
You're right. We have to take responsibility. Science has always thrived on war. Greatest weapons of mass destruction were created by scientists who wanted to be famous. But that's all over now. I won't take part in murder anymore.
I will.
Whatever. All I want from you is information.
Sure. I know everything about this whole base. Ask me anything about Rex or about this place.
Snake, I'm going to start a manga about our science love.
I can sneak in and out of the armory and mess hall.
Probably have it finished by the time we get out of
just
this
tell
place.
me and I'll bring them to you. I'm on frequency 141.12. See you later.
14112. Maybe I'll actually remember it this time. Curious. The light's bending around him with that optic camo, and yet he still casts a shadow. It is just like one of his Japanese animes, Bree. You're correct. Where the controller goes? Oh no, I forgot that I alt-tabbed out of the game. Now, I don't remember. Is this... Yeah, I think this is a PS1 dev kit as opposed to... I couldn't remember if it was PS1 or 3DO, because the game started development on 3DO and then switched over. I wonder... Oh, yep, that perfect. Well, send some papers flying, which is admittedly a kind of cool effect, but nope. PS1 dev kits are bomb-proof. Whomst would have known. Damn it, no more FAMAS ammo to pick up. Just increased my capacity. Need to fill it. First experience of it was the GCN remake. Really? Oh, that's a very different experience. Yeah, it was really amazing that it was happening back in the day, but there have been reevaluations of it since, and I kind of get where they're coming from about all the changes made and how it does, you know, utterly mess with the intended flow. The short version of it is that ported a bunch of mechanics from later Metal Gear Solid games and didn't really change the design of the game to accommodate for it. Sure, there's some level 4 doors back there, and I would like to investigate. Oh yeah, and in that room where we found the PSX dev kit, PS1 was replaced with a GameCube and Mario and Yoshi figures. It made noises when you shot them, because of course we shot them. Why wouldn't we? You open? Not today, it would seem. Alas, it just seems to be nothing but ammo. Being in that one at the top, so that one's not contingent on special access. I possibly might want to keep some of those chaff grenades for later, but we're mostly done with that section for now, so maybe come back when I've got a bigger supply. Fair, they made the key card puzzle a lot less BS. That is true. I can hand them that one. It's fine. Non-copyrights. Panema. People have anything to say? No. Transmit only, that one.
Snake, there's an old Chinese saying, a scholar who cherishes the love of comfort is not fit to be deemed a scholar.
I'm not a scholar
Einstein
then.
said it another way. He said that only a life lived for others is worth living. That's why I entered MIT instead of Princeton or Vassar like my friends. I wanted to do applied physics, not just theoretical stuff. I wanted to make things for people. The Soliton radar system or the Codex system. I just wanted to make something that would be useful for people.
Yeah, just
I think that it was
specifically
Dr. Emmerich
military.
But he was used like a tool. Used to make a horrible killing
I mean, that
machine.
joke writes itself.
Maybe
I'm
it
not
would
going to
be better
bother.
if engineers like us just stop making things. I don't know.
thought you might turn around. Can't get quite good enough view of the butt from here. Oh yeah, that's her. And yeah, there's a reason I saved. Snake, what are you doing? You created a time paradox.
What's wrong? Snake.
Sorry, had to. Where were we? Sir, not gonna do the thing where I enter the women's bathroom before her though. No need. Besides, there might be items to pick up. I do like items. Yay! Getting my bullets. And I don't need any more health. Come on. Oh. What's wrong? Did you get bored waiting? Alright, maybe I guess I am beating her to the... Okay, not beating her to the cubicle, but...
Don't move.
If you're slow, you get her in a regular outfit with vest and trousers. If you're quick,
The second time I've been able to
she's in
sneak
her
up on
pants.
a legendary solid snake.
And apparently I was quick enough.
You're Meryl? There's no way you could pass for a man for long.
What do you mean, wow? I had the chance to do a time paradox joke and I took it.
I had no idea you were so feminine.
This is no time to try and hit on me, Snake.
It really isn't Snake. She has a point.
Besides, it's a waste of time. When I joined up, they gave me psychotherapy to destroy my interest in men.
That's twice they say that, Owen, so
You're Meryl, all
I'm taking it as canon.
Are you hurt?
Not yet. After all, I was disguised as a genome soldier.
So why'd you change? You'd be a lot better off dressed like one of them.
I got tired of disguising myself. The truth is, the uniform smelled like blood.
What's that mark?
Huh?
I would have to kill another soldier for their non-blood-stained uniform, which would get blood on it, and I was about 5 soldiers deep before I figured that one
None of
out.
that gene therapy like there is today. You guys were real heroes.
There are no heroes in war. All the heroes I know are either dead or in prison. One
Or
or the other.
ninjas.
But Snake, you're a hero, aren't you?
I'm just a man who's good at what he does. Killing. There's no winning or losing for a mercenary. The only
Fairness,
winners in
killed,
war are
what,
the
one person?
That's right, and you fight for the people.
I've never fought for anyone but myself. I've got no purpose in life, no ultimate
Is that
goal.
true, Snake?
Come on.
It's only
really
when I'm
true?
cheating death on the battlefield. The only time I feel truly alive.
Seeing other people die makes you feel alive, huh? You love war and don't want it to stop? Is it the same with all great soldiers throughout history?
Why didn't you contact me?
My codec was broken.
Is that all?
Shouldn't you just be happy we met up like this? How did you recognize me in disguise?
I never forget a lady.
So there's something you like about me, huh?
Yeah, you've got a great butt.
Oh, I see. First it's my eyes, now it's my butt. What's next?
On the battlefield, you never think about what's next.
Again, that joke writes itself. Yes, thank you.
So Snake, how are the negotiations going?
No progress.
Yeah, I don't think they were even attempting
So it's all up
negotiations.
to you, huh?
Somebody's got to stop them from launching a nuclear missile.
There are 2 ways. Either we destroy Metal Gear or...
We override the detonation code. You got the card keys from
Okay,
Baker?
now let's do it.
Card keys. You mean this?
Where are the others? There should be 3 keys.
This is all I've got.
Where could the other 2 be?
I have no idea, but they must be somewhere. If we can't find them, we'll have no choice but to destroy Metal Gear.
Metal Gear is in an underground maintenance base to the north.
Take me too.
The kid you always wondered how Meryl had hair like
You'll
that.
just slow me down.
Well, I'm wondering how she still has it after it's been under a balaclava.
I promise.
Or indeed, why that's not
Then you can
the
shoot
way
me.
we could recognize her.
I don't like to waste bullets.
I'll choke you out
Got it.
instead.
I'll be careful.
Yeah, she has that kind of a mullet
up the
look.
way other women do.
In Police Note.
I hardly ever look at myself in the mirror. I've always despised that kind of woman. I always dreamed of becoming a soldier.
has to be a very specific static discharge to get it looking like that every day. Or maybe it doesn't normally look like that, and that's the reason.
In action when I was younger.
Just from the balaclava, it all comes together.
Really. I thought that if I became a soldier, I could understand him better.
So are you a soldier yet?
See, I'm not like other girls. There we go. Meryl was the original Manic Pixie Dream Girl.
Truth is, I was just afraid of looking at myself, afraid of having to make my own decisions in
Also,
life.
look,
But I'm not gonna lie to
real-time
myself
mirrors.
anymore. It's time I took
Back
a
in
long, hard look
1998.
at myself. I wanna know
What have
who
games
I
been
am,
doing since
what I'm
then? At
capable
least
of.
until
I wanna know
RTX
why
came
I've
along
lived
and
the way
made
I've
it an
lived
excuse
until
to sell
now.
graphics
I
cards.
want to know.
Take a good look. You won't get another chance for a while. You should wash your face, too, while you're at it.
Yeah.
This isn't a training exercise. Our lives are riding on this. There are no heroes or heroines. If you lose, you're worm food.
Yeah.
Is that FAMAS functional?
Unfortunately, it's out of ammo.
Well, I have
Where did you get
hunters.
that Desert Eagle?
I found it in the armory. It's a .50 caliber Action Express. There was a SOCOM pistol too, but I chose this.
Huh. So I got a leftover, huh?
Oh,
Isn't
cool.
that gun a
Great.
little big
So
for
you're
a
going
girl?
with
Don't worry, I can
lower
handle
ammo
it.
capacity.
Come on, use my 45.
Listen, I've used a gun like this since I was 8 years old. I'm more comfortable with it than I am with a bra. If we're gonna go to the
Well,
north,
heroes are
we have to go
heroines,
through
but
the commander's room on the
enemies can be
floor.
as heroic as
The
they
overland
like.
route is blocked by glaciers.
Exactly. They're not bound by our rules.
The door to the commander's room is security level 5. This card will open it. It was inside the pocket of the uniform I was wearing.
Looks like he must have been guarding someplace important.
Back in the first building? Probably not. Unless
Okay,
my
let's
theory is
go.
correct and Meryl's
I know
been
this place
stealing
better than
various uniforms without realizing
I'll
they'll
be
all
point
smell
man.
like blood.
Follow me.
Because I don't fully remember how this boss fight
It's a good
goes.
thing you hooked up with Meryl. You should
Phrasing.
have seen the colonel. He doesn't like to let it show because he's the boss, but he was so happy he could barely contain himself.
I'm glad to hear that.
Meryl's dialogue was the original Life is Strange writing. I mean, it'd be quite odd if Meryl said to go fuck yourself, eh? Especially since we don't get a camera in this game. Oh no, that's
strange.
a bonus
There's no
item,
guard.
isn't it?
What happened to the music?
I'll keep a lookout. Make sure you're ready, okay?
The question's not, why is there music? The question is, where did the music go? Why now and not before? Charge. And more likely some bloke halfway across the world trying to convincingly write dialogue for a young American woman. Ah,
Come here, Snake.
I see what you're saying. And you are correct.
Are you okay? What happened?
I'm fine.
Oh yeah, I.
Okay. Let's go.
Is that the wrong way? No, it's the correct way.
Come on, Mr. Foxhound. The commander is waiting.
They're really consistent with that voice, are they? Although there is one giveaway to what's going on. Make sure you get all my angles. Ooh, reflective floor as well. Are there any computers I can punch? The swanky office, I'll give them that. Literally weird. You know, maybe now would have been a better time for the paradox, time paradox joke.
What the?
Do you like me? Hold me, Snake.
What's wrong?
Oh, hurry, hurry. Make
You're a weird one, Psychomantis, you know that? No, I don't need the call. I know what's up. Alright, here we go. Wow, come on.
Camouflage, huh? I hope that's not your only trick.
You doubt my power? Now, I will show you why I am the most powerful
Don't doubt your power, I'm just calling you a bellend.
and telepathy in the world. No, there's
Good night, Psycho.
Snake. I'm Psycho Mantis.
Bit of an arse though, you have to admit.
This is no trick. It's true power.
I'm on my tippy toes!
It's useless, I told you. I can read your every thought.
Snake immediately believes him.
Read your mind. No, perhaps I should say your past. You are a very methodical man. The type that always kicks his tires before he leaves.
Wonder where they got that impression from.
Highly skilled warrior, well suited to this stealth mission. You are extremely careful of traps. You are either very cautious or you are a coward.
Returned a video late to Blockbuster in 1992.
Deeply into your soul. I can see into your mind.
Mm-hmm.
So, you like Vandal Hearts?
Was wondering which one I would pick.
You have not said often. You are somewhat reckless.
One good thing about the Master Collection is it literally lets you set up saved data before you start.
You still don't believe me? I will show you my psychokinetic power. Put your controller on the floor. Put it down as flat as you can. That's good. Now I will move your controller by the power of my will alone. What do you think?
I don't know if this is coming across on camera or not.
My power now. The demonstration is over.
Recall this game implied he went a bit nuts from reading too many serial killers' minds, but MGS5 retconned it, so he was a weird kid too. So I feel like that joke doesn't land nowadays. Bam, ass it again. Just shoot once or twice and wait for the call from the Colonel. Okay, if the call's not coming, I'm just gonna go ahead. Switch them. Maybe not obvious, but on the original console, you plugged your controller into the other controller port, and suddenly Mantis couldn't read your mind. I'd like to give every boss a little punch if I can. Ow. I can't aim this thing for shit apparently, but... What joke? The Hideo one. The perfect moment. Fucking hell. Thank you, Twitch.
Why?
You hear that, Lloyd's breed does not need a card. Eternal Darkness is a similar problem. Ah, yeah.
You are powerful indeed, but I know your weak point. Meryl, stand right where he can see you and blow
Yes, this cunning plan that was previously thwarted by a stun grenade.
Stop! Meryl!
What could possibly happen this time? Stun grenade. Admittedly, an entertaining thing if you don't know the trick going in. But eventually, your codec team kind of talks it out with you and will straight up give you the solution if you're not getting it. I didn't. For some reason, I thought he threw an object at me as opposed to just a ball of psychic energy. The fucker of a kick. Oh no, whatever shall he solve this problem? Oh, he has a brain. He's also played it before. That doesn't
Your niece is
hurt.
going to be okay.
Thanks, Snake.
Hi, Nick. Welcome in.
Now that Mantis is beaten,
I'm afraid you've
Meryl's
pulled an L.
brainwashing should wear off, right, Naomi?
Because we're at
Yes.
3.5 hours.
But why did you go so far out of your way to save her? For Campbell's sake, or
The animation, I mean, Antis has run out of objects.
I don't want to see any woman
You've
die.
done it again.
oh really? Since when did anybody's death
Were you
bother so
stranding to death again?
Naomi, it's true that Snake has killed a lot.
This is the one thing we didn't want to happen.
Please, it's not.
She's right.
So, you used the other.
I did a movie night. Good.
Wasn't able to read the future.
A strong man doesn't need to read the future. He makes his own.
He plugs his controller into the other port.
Perhaps so. But I'll read your future.
But Meryl's probably deaf by now. It was like 3 stun grenades, one of which she took to the face. Stronger man seeks therapy. I don't know that anyone in Metal Gear history has ever sought therapy. One of them became a therapist and was fuck awful at it. Something so funny about the worst things Psycho Mantis could think of is making Meryl hit on Snake. Yes. This will be the most horrible thing that could possibly happen to Snake. Oh, that did not work. That did not work out for it would at all. I mean, I believe you've already posited a theory that fits, Brie.
I can read people's minds. In my lifetime, I have read the past, presents, and futures of thousands upon thousands of men and women.
And they fucked up my face.
And each mind that I peered into was stuffed with the same single object of obsession.
Pedro Pascal.
An atavistic desire to pass on one seed. It was enough to make me sick. Every living thing on this planet exists to mindlessly pass on their DNA.
I think the best adjusted person is Raiden in Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. You have a point. You know, talk about self-acceptance and understanding who you are. He nails it.
We have no past, no future. We live in the moment. That's our only purpose.
I wiped my save data.
Humans weren't designed to bring each other happiness. From the moment we're thrown
You had to hear everyone
this
thinking
world,
about sex all the time. You start burning towns to the ground as
fated
well.
to bring each other
Yeah, but you put it like that.
pain and misery. The first person whose mind I dove into
That doesn't make
was my
sense.
father's.
Hold on a second.
I saw nothing but disgust and hatred for me in his heart. My mother died in childbirth.
MGS was a Dial Town prequel this whole
He
time.
despised me for it. I thought my father was going to kill me.
That's when my future disappeared. I lost my past as well. When I came to, the village was engulfed in flames.
Are you saying that you burned your village down to bury your past?
Did I get my 4E character's backstory? He's not 100% fit, but yeah, someone give this guy a hug. He clearly needs it. Which all of this, including the very end, makes MGS4 make even less sense.
I never agreed with the boss's revolution.
There's nothing on TV.
Conquest do not interest me.
So what the hell?
I just wanted an excuse to kill as many people as I could.
And I fucked it up.
Monster.
Let him talk. He doesn't have much time left.
I've seen through evil.
If it sense, don't look at Metal Gear games.
You're just like
Or Kingdom Hearts games. Or play Chrono Cross. I think Chrono Cross does make sense in the end, but it's a hell of a convoluted route to get there. Maybe not as bad as Kingdom Hearts. That one's kind of notorious.
I read her mind as well.
Meryl's?
I saw you there.
She's amazing on a putting green.
A large place?
Snake, just make him shut up.
But I do not know if your futures lie together. I have a last request.
What is it?
My mask. Put it back on.
Okay.
Like this, other people's thoughts force their way into my mind. Before I die, I want to be by myself. I want to be left.
Hey Rose, welcome in. Alas, it's at a bad time because we're very near the end of the stream. But welcome in nevertheless.
If you want to find your future, go through that door.
Nah, I'm gonna go home.
This is the first time I've ever used my power to help someone. It's strange. It feels kind of nice.
I'll admit, I kind of like that last line. As cheesy and melodramatic as anything else in this game, but I kind of like it.
Let's go, Meryl.
I'm sorry.
Meryl?
How could I let Mantis control my mind like that?
If you're gonna doubt yourself, I'll leave you here.
Give her a fucking
Never doubt
second.
yourself. Just let it make you stronger. Learn something from it.
You're right. I'm sorry. I won't do it again.
It's okay. I've got a podcast you can listen to later.
Snake,
tell
can
you
I ask you
everything.
something?
What?
About what Mantis said. I was just wondering.
What? What's the problem now?
Oh, no, nothing. So, tell me, Snake.
Mission.
What's your name?
Mission.
Your real name.
Mission.
Name means nothing on the battlefield.
How old are you?
Old enough to know what death looks like.
Forgot they specifically drew Meryl's nipples on.
But I was
I
raised
did
by
not catch that.
Is there anyone you like?
I've never been interested
Think
in
I kinda
anyone
see it?
else's life.
So you are all alone.
Big place in her heart.
Just like Mantis
Well,
said.
being as we barely met her, that actually speaks very poorly for her.
Other people just complicate my life.
Stop trying to dox me, Meryl.
I don't like to get involved.
I'm a lone wolf.
You're a sad, lonely man.
Come on. Let's go.
And MGS continuing its weird upside down difficulty curve. Oh, yeah, gotta. For some reason, need to switch that back as opposed to just reading inputs from both controller ports. Then again, God knows what kind of fuckery you could get up to if you did plug in two controllers at the same time and they both gave control. Weird enough when you plug two mice into the same computer, which I'm pretty sure Windows didn't support for quite some time. Anyway, we are past time, although turns out this is very easy for me to play.
Like
I feel like this was a good choice for
Snake,
streaming.
people don't normally lie with their dying breath. I think he was telling the truth. Maybe you should believe him.
Reinforcements have arrived.
And now I get rated. Hey, villainy. A lot of people coming in at slightly the
We're a
wrong time.
worm! Holy shit! Hey, Madagascar Spinach, welcome in. We're just.
I'm a worm and I'm digging up your garden. Wriggly, wiggly, jiggly, squiggly, wriggly, wiggly.
Oh my god.
Ah, it was the short version. Oh, hello, welcome. And what were you playing? Oh, The Wolf Among Us. How are you getting on with that one? How far are you in? Unfortunately for several people, including yourselves, I was planning to stop. Oh dear. Finish your first run. Is that just to say that you'd never played it before, or are you planning a second? But yes, indeed. Raided by a bunch of scumbags. Oh, interesting. Well, just in case anyone else has played it, I won't ask how it went. Raid left you behind. That is just cruel, Gemma. I'm gonna have a word with the Raid. I'm gonna steal its lunch money. But yes, as I was saying, I'm already past my usual time. But yeah, we got to the end, and it's now 11, and that is in fact my bedtime these days. Distracted by Therapy. Yes. Good little puppy whose tail just seems to be going all of the time from the footage I've seen, which is marvelous. Oh no. Oh yes. But well, now I don't know what to think, Summer. Oh dear. Right. So an idea. No. I am still gonna finish up, but I am going to try. Studio mode does this to me sometimes. I completely forget how it's going. Yes. Always happy tail. Everyone here is doing well. I'm doing well. Hope you're doing well too. And Puppy's doing well. And the Raiders are doing well. And particularly Villainiverse is doing well. Not to be a favourite or anything, but they'd coordinate a raid towards me, which is a kind thing. I mean, usually. This is Twitch we're talking about. Yes, unfortunately I don't see anyone I'm comfortable with doing a raid to, so we might have to leave it there, and I'll go to the end screen so we don't have this happening again. Okay, so my hope was that by adding game capture to the ending screen we'd still hear the music. So I don't know of something to keep it invisible, but also make it audible. So now I'm just playing around with OBS stuff in the hope of making something that does what I want it to. Instead of actually signing off, which I should do and go to bed. Read Cress, I don't know Cress up, to be honest. So, like I say, people I'm comfortable with wording. Yeah, I'll work this out later. So thank you everyone for being here. I think it's fairly obvious we will continue with this next time. Thank you to Villainy for the raid. I guess Rizalka shows up in the subscribers until the subscription runs out. But nevertheless, thank you for it. Thank you for the new follower. But yeah, we'll continue on this next time round. I was wondering if it'd be 2 or 3 streams. I'm imagining 3 because I'm probably going to get distracted. Like, it was an hour before we started the game, to be quite honest, because we went through the entire briefing, which is a separate option on the main menu. You pay me on a 3-month basis. Should have funds again by the time that comes round. Excellent. because the new job shall pay. Fantastic. So this week, obviously there is Jail's stream on the Saturday, believe it's starting around 10:30 GMT plus 0. If I can't think of anything else that's happening. It'd be nice if I did get Metal Gear done next week because on the 1st of April, I'm going to be playing a game called Blood Typers with the incomparable His Kirsten Al Wyvern and Summer B. I forgot the fucking number there. 76. It was right there. Just not on the chat I was looking at. There's one on the tablet and there's one on a monitor. And I am just fucking magical at this. So, yeah, it's a game where you move, interact with the world, and shoot zombies by typing words. You're likely streaming Saturday day for y'all. Okay. There was a Saturday day stream from the Rizalka. I was thinking it was going to be like a Saturday night one. You think it'll be before or after Jayla? Saturday? Friday. Okay, Friday for us. So a Rizalka stream on Friday and a Jayla stream on Saturday. And then everything will just reset from there and it'll magically become the next week. It's bad for that. It happens. But yeah, thank you everyone for joining me here. Been lovely having you, lovely chatting, lovely taking the piss out of Hideo Kojima's writing. Even though I couldn't say his name for a second there. Hideo Kojima. It's not that hard. I think it's just a sign that I need to go to bed. So, yes, thank you all again. Be kind, be well, be good, and I shall see you another time. Bye all.